Hey, everybody loves when John Lieberman raps. I got so many letters and people say, please let John rap more. A couple of people said, please never let him rap again.
Well, I think it could be the rap to end all raps.
He did a great job with Polaris last night.
Yeah, they were doing a live weather show.
He did 4 hours of radio yesterday.
Yeah, they were busy. John Lieberman.
They were great.
In the house.
They took it seriously.
I just saw John here this morning. Where does John live?
No, he stayed in the city as well. And his girlfriend,
wasn't he worried about a tree falling on his girlfriend?
Well, his girlfriend works for CNN. She was here all night working.
Right,
so
right.
they both stayed in the city.
Right.
That's it. They did it. You know, they did.
John wanted me to know he was here because I was walking to my office and he goes, Howard, hey, hi.
I'm dependable.
Hey, you know what?
Here,
Good to see
Howard.
you. Yeah,
That's
over here.
That is so not how it went down.
Hi, Hal.
Howard, you missed me. I'm over here.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing,
Like,
man?
you know.
Did you feel you had to go home and to protect your house?
No, it's a crazy situation, actually. Well, I stayed in the city last night because Polaris and I did all the shows, and then I was staying here. My girlfriend works at CNN, as Shuli said, so she had
What'd she do for CNN?
She's a producer for Piers Morgan.
Oh, no kidding.
So they did round-the-clock coverage, so she had a separate hotel room, and I had a hotel room through here. But listen to this. I'm supposed to close on a house tomorrow afternoon in coastal Connecticut. My whole is
the house still there?
I don't know, Howard. This is the thing.
Are you forced to close on the house if it no longer exists?
Well, no, you're not. No, I'm lucky in a way in that if there's major damage, it's going to be on the seller. But still, I love the house.
Can you imagine if you closed like 2 days ago and now
your
it's your
house
house?
was washed away?
I know. So I keep checking in with my real estate agent up there, and she has her own issues because she got evacuated. And so I'm just waiting to hear if this house is still there or if it's flooded or what. We're supposed to close at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But, so fingers crossed.
You got wild stories. Well, you could rap about it if you want.
Yeah, I could. But
supposed to close on a house. I ain't going to get stopped by a mouse. But a hurricane could be the real louse. If you know what I'm saying.
Word up.
Yeah, word up.
Way too many words rhyming for John.
How the hell are you affording a house? We're paying you too much.
Thank you.
Yeah, you need a salary reduction.
Okay.
None of our staff owns homes.
This guy has 18 jobs outside of this one. You kidding
like
me?
a mad Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm just like a crazy Jamaican.
I'm crazy. Jamaicans are hardworking people.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Hey, we got to work. Did you get to hear any of the show last night?
Yeah, I heard a little. I was in the middle of my own weather system coming through my apartment, so I turned it on, and then I went, fuck this. I was going to actually call in on you guys on the ISDN line, because we had just set it up, and then all hell broke loose in my apartment with this alarm going off, and I didn't get to be on your show.
Yeah, it was crazy. The building here was swaying like crazy. In the middle of our show, it was swaying like crazy. And I mean, I thought the show was great because we had a good cross-section of being serious, but then serious mixed with funny. I mean, Bobo was crying on the phone. You could see a deterioration of Bobo throughout the 2 hours.
Why was he crying?
Well, at the top of the broadcast, we had Bobo on, and he was sort of joking and sort of like, I'm in my car, but the water's coming up. By the end, he called me and left me a voicemail crying. We were in a commercial break, and then we finally got him on the air. He was crying. The transformer blew up at his house. He didn't know if the water was going to mess up his shrine to you, and all of a sudden it was like all hell broke loose and the guy was crying. It was crazy. God. And Polaris is telling him to find cover and get safe. And I think JD has the clip.
If you want to hear it, it's on GP2 in white.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Bobo calling in.
The best is they go, we told you to leave. He goes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like half therapy, half weather special. We're trying to get Bobo on the phone. I'm going to play this voicemail in a moment. Do we have Bobo? We have Bobo.
Yeah, hold on, John. I'm on with life, but we just had an explosion over here.
Okay, well, if you need to go take care of your family, go. We just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay right now, but it just had an explosion. Almost knocked me off the deck.
What happened? What did you hear? What did you see?
It was an explosion and on the pole, and a light. I'm on the phone with Lipa right now, and the whole house is out of power
Transformer
now.
Transformer blue. What's the rain doing in the wind?
The rain is about 75 miles per hour, and it's heavy rain. It's about 4.5 feet of water now.
All right. Well, please go take
like
care of your
retarded.
family.
All right.
Stay safe. And, wow. You know,
Told you to leave, Bobo.
John, that just underscores, I mean, I know we've been saying it, but it just underscores the danger of what we're dealing with Super Cyclone Sandy.
Well,
Wow.
So that was the end. So you have to understand, that's the culmination of now, we've seen Bobo deteriorate slowly through the 2 hours. And that's what finally happened. And there's more. 11:15 last night in the hotel, I'm trying to go to sleep. It's Bobo calling. I don't pick up. I
Oh,
let
my
it
God.
I let it go to voicemail.
How does he find you in the hotel? On your cell?
On my cell.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, he calls again, and he said, I just wanted to check back in with you. I said, well, good. We're glad that you're alive, Bobo.
Yeah, good idea giving him your cell.
Oh, it was great. I don't know if JD can get this clip or if we have time for it, but we asked High Pitch Eric what he stocked up on to be ready for the storm.
Right.
And it was
Sushi.
It was hilarious. He's like, I got 3 Entenmann's cakes. I got this.
Oh, I heard that.
And we said, we thought you were on a diet. And he said, the diet is suspended during the storm.
They said, what supplies did you get into your house? Where is that clip, JD? Because that's a good one.
It's GP2 in green.
All right, here you go. Listen to this.
What have you stocked up on to make it through Frankenstorm 2012?
I stopped up on some Entenmann's chocolate cake,
what happened to the diet?
some Hostess cupcakes, 2 bottles of cherry Pepsi, and some peanut butter M&Ms.
Is the diet on hold because of the severe weather?
The diet is on hold just for this week.
So
And boy-
just while the storm is here, the diet's on hold.
The diet's on hold just till the storm is over.
Obviously, a big excuse for a high pitch to load up.
Fat people always have reason to suspend their diet. You know, there's always like, you know, look, normally I'd be on the diet, but look what we're going through.
About an hour later, we checked back in with him, and he had eaten all of those rations.
Right. He went through all his
went
food
through 'em
even
right
before
away?
the storm hit.
So he said he went back to the store and got 2 large bags of Cheetos and another big thing of cherry Pepsi to help make him through the next phase. Phase of the
Oh,
storm.
he's so gross.
So you work at that store and you see him come in again. Hi, I'm here to resupply again.
No surprise.
And he's got all this shit that, you know, will stay good for the next through 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have little dabbies?
It was great because we got Sal on the phone, and I said, Sal, what rations do you have to get through the storm? And he goes, what? What?
He never heard that word before.
Rations? He doesn't know the word?
People started tweeting and Facebooking, like, of course Sal doesn't know the word rations. Don't ask that
He's
question.
retarded. Like, it kind of makes me sad when I think about my staff. Like Sal and Richard, I mean, Richard had a pretty decent IQ. Sal doesn't, but
Richard's not using his. He's keeping it in storage for
Yeah.
some reason.
Richard lives in Manhattan, hasn't shown up here in 2 days.
Well, again, he lives in Queens, but
Oh,
there's
Queens,
no reason
yeah.
for him.
Right.
I mean, he's living. He literally could walk to Manhattan.
But he has
where
no
lives.
children. I mean, it's not like he has to be home with them. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he could have been here helping out.
Speaking of your staff, and Ganji was here yesterday and today, which he should be applauded for. We checked in with him last night. He was at a bar trying to pick up the bartender.
Right.
So he puts her on the phone and everything. And he steps outside and he said, the weather isn't doing anything. It's 5-mile-per-hour winds. So I turned to Balearis and I say, Balearis, what are your models showing? Balearis is like, my models are showing 55 to 60-mile-per-hour winds sustained in that area right now. And Ganji's insisting. Of course, Ganji had been there drinking for 5 hours. So Ganji insists nothing is going on here. You know, he is preoccupied clearly with trying to pick up this waitress. 10 minutes later, get a text from Ganji, and we read it on the air. He says, bar being shut down by NYPD because they have to shut off all the electricity. We're about to get flooded.
What time of night was this?
This was early in the night, 7:30.
Wow.
So it was just funny to hear Ganji insist that there was nothing going on
By the way,
weather-wise there.
I thank God Ganji's here. I mean, because it restores my faith in him. I mean, he's a guy who I feel is a real slacker, but he's kind of risen to the occasion. But got me looking at him. He's gotten so fat. He's fatter than anybody on the staff now, right?
He's big.
What happened to him? Like, he's a single guy. Isn't he trying to get women? And
He was trying to get a woman the other night.
I asked him first thing this morning, did you go home with Lauren? He said, no, I
Of
really
course not.
wanted to.
He looks terrible. He's given up. How old is he now?
I don't know how old he is. What are you, Ganji, 42?
He's got to be in his 40s.
Yeah, I think he's 42,
Looks like he's
43.
58. Looks like he's my age.
For Ganji's
terrible.
first love
I
affair
know.
was
I feel like
food.
I feel terrible lately.
What's going on? I hadn't seen you in a while. You're big and rotund.
I'm probably the heaviest I ever was. Or ever been.
What do you weigh now?
I'm probably saying 250.
Wow.
252.
How tall are you? Like 5'9"?
5'8".
5'8"?
Yeah, I know.
250.
I know.
Not on.
The other day I was watching football and there was an NFL player and he was 6'4", 300 and he was huge.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm only 50 pounds lighter than that guy, but like 8 inches shorter.
Right.
I'm like, I can't believe it.
How are you going to get girls if you're all gross?
I don't know, dude. Sometimes, you know,
What
like.
happened with the bartender? Was she even giving you the time of day?
It's a bar that I go to all the time.
Right.
So she, you know, I
What
know
do you
her.
drink there? Beer?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how
Mostly, depends.
How many beers do you drink?
Yesterday, I don't know, because I was there from like 2 o'clock to about like 7:30.
Holy
I would say, you know, I probably drank, 8, maybe 10. I don't know.
How many calories in a beer do you know?
I drink Bud Light because I try to.
How many calories in a Bud Light?
100,
yeah, something like
so
that.
that's 800 calories right there.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when you're sitting there drinking, you got to eat.
Well, no, because the bar closed their restaurant, so they had to send all their workers home, like in the restaurant.
So you didn't eat from 2 o'clock till 7:30.
No, just drank. Drank.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's why you're
Oh no! Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Probably
Wait a
lost
minute.
weight during the
Hold
storm.
on a second. I
No.
take that back. The pizza shop around the corner was open from the bar, so I did at some point go get pizza.
And when you say get pizza,
2 slices. 2
really?
slices. Yeah.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah. That's
I guess all those carbs from the beer filled you up.
Yeah, I was a little full.
Yeah. 800 calories, but I don't know what, another 500 from the pizzas? More.
Yeah.
Probably 1,000.
But then I came home and went right to bed. So I mean, it
Hey,
wasn't.
good. Let it all settle in there.
Yeah, you make sure not to exercise.
Let it marble up to fat.
Good night, pizza.
That's how I get this veal-like appearance.
Holy mackerel. Yeah, good thing to lay down and sleep.
But isn't it? Ronnie was telling us that Benji sends back pictures of food. His Facebook is full of food
Yeah.
pictures.
I
He's
love
in love
food.
with food.
I do.
Twitter just revolves around food.
And he's officially a 40, like when you're over 40 and you've been single your whole life and women go, that's weird.
Yeah.
Women have this thing. If you're over 40 and you've never been married, you're kind of odd.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like I'm getting into that category.
Yeah, well, you're in it. You're definitely there.
I feel like they all look at me odd.
You've heard that, right, Robin? Like it's
Of
just,
course,
yeah.
everybody says it. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
There's a lot wrong.
Howard, when we do block party stuff and he comes on the shoots, like, I won't see him for hours. Like, I won't see him at all. And I'm not lying. As soon as food is brought into the green room,
Right.
any kind of food, Ganji magically appears.
That's a total coincidence because I never eat it. But I swear to God, it just seems like the minute.
Dude, I've seen your
food-
Facebook. Everything is pictures.
No,
of
I
food.
won't. But I won't eat their food. I feel embarrassed to eat their food, so I won't do it. But it is weird that as soon as food shows up, is always when I wind up in the room. It's like weird.
You had like one girl in your life that I think you wanted to marry, but she dumped you.
Well, I mean, I
Wasn't
had
it
two.
that intern
I
that
had
you
2
started-
long relationships. I mean, I was with
Both were
Jen.
interns.
Yeah, both. Well, Jen wasn't an intern.
She wasn't?
No,
She worked at.
she worked at K Rock.
You're like, his whole life is me.
Oh, come on, stop,
Dude. I mean,
look, I've been
the
here
guy
since
was
20.
in college.
Yeah.
And I gave him a job, and because I'm such an idiot, I still think about it this day, I so should have fired you. When he fucked up and sent my daughter Emily's a teacher a porn, she was a religious woman dying of cancer.
And wanted
some Seinfeld episodes, so I taped all the Seinfeld. And this fucking idiot, I should have just fired him that day.
You should have.
And I'm such a nice guy that I promoted him to Howard TV just to get him out of my house. I gave him a promotion.
Well, look, if it wasn't
It was
for
the
that,
biggest mistake of my life. And then like whatever chicks he gets are from the show.
kind of, yeah.
No chicks from outside from the outside.
No, that's not true. The last girl I dated.
Yeah, but she knew you were on the show.
No. The last girl I dated, not that girl you're talking about.
Yeah.
I dated a girl for like 6 months.
Well, Jen and the other one.
She didn't even know the show. She didn't listen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay. There's one out of 42
yeah,
years.
exactly.
All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, what? I work here for 20 years. I mean, I spend a lot of time around
God
here.
forbid you meet somebody outside of the show.
Well, I haven't. Well,
The only ones who get seduced by you were interns, and like that Jen she was working here too.
yeah. Well, she did right. That's my charm. I can charm people who work here.
And why did that intern dump you?
Like
Like how many years had you been with her? And did she dump you for like another one of the guys who works for me?
I have no idea. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, who the hell
that
knows?
was it. I thought she dumped you and then like went out with someone else who worked for me.
Who the hell knows? I don't even know.
What happened to her? Is she married now?
I don't even know.
She's probably married with kids.
I don't keep track, so I don't know.
They're not
Did she break
food.
your heart or no?
I mean, that was a tough one for me. Yeah, sure. That was a tough one for me.
Yeah,
but that was a long time ago already. It's been like 5 years.
But that's my point. You're on a fucking losing streak.
No, I have some stuff going on. It's not great, but I have stuff going on.
Like really heinous looking women?
No.
Are the women you're getting are getting uglier as you get fatter and older?
No. Thank God.
All right.
No.
Are they equivalent to you?
They look like me in a wig? No.
I picture like a girl who looks like Benji coming in with a like.
You look lovely tonight. You look like Mrs. Shrek.
Benji certainly loved Benji.
Hey, listen, look, if she was cute and had nice eyes, I'd hook up with her.
Hello, Benji. Oh, that's my girlfriend.
Could you talk higher in a higher voice?
Wow. So you have no girlfriend now?
Right now, no.
Right at this moment.
Yeah, right at this moment.
It could change any second, though, Howard.
But I get stuff going on here and there. So
what does that mean? What does that mean?
I have
stuff going on.
I have like a friends with benefits situation that, like, you know.
Oh my God!
Whenever we're around, we hook up.
What's the benefit?
It's like a kind of
you get food. She serves you food.
Friends with benefits.
What's her benefit?
I don't know what her benefit.
Yeah. She's benefiting so much.
You know,
All right, good for you, man.
I got some stuff going on.
Well, I'm proud of you. Here, and you're being a big help, and thank you.
All right, dude.
All right. Good luck to you. Let me know if I can find an intern for you that could be the future Mrs. Ganges.
Look, if there
would
is
you like to be married, or are you like such a prince in your family that like it's impossible to find a girl good enough for you?
No, see, dude, it wasn't anything like that. I think I want to be married now.
Ganji's like a young prince in his family. Like as much of a loser as he is, in his family, they consider him the big winner because he went to college.
Right. Yeah, that
and he
makes
works
me a
for
superstar. No, I think for a long time I didn't want to be married, but I think I'm kind of getting.
Now you're getting to that point where some girl might be lucky enough to be in a committed relationship with you.
Some lucky girl might get me.
All right.
If you're out there,
if you're out there,
I'm ready to settle.
Ready to settle in with you.
I've had too much fun.
I promise not to get that much fatter after you marry me. Imagine how fat he's going to be when he's married.
I was just watching not too long ago on Howard TV.
Don't you think Doug Goodstein is weird? Like that he didn't show up yesterday and today? I mean, it's just weird.
It's a combination
he's like such a guy you can't depend on.
I think he wants to be home with his family.
Yeah, I kind of
get that.
Well, he shouldn't have a job.
I want to retire from radio.
I know,
You know what I'm saying?
I think he gets worried about his wife and his kids.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to leave them.
We're not worried?
I know. I mean, I have nobody to worry about, though.
I think
if I die, who the hell cares?
Well, we can expect this behavior from you.
That's why I came in. Nobody's going to miss me.
You're worried about if the pizza shop's going to be open.
I mean, you know how Doug is like an emergency? Like his eyes bug out of his head and he's all running around. But he doesn't do anything. He's not...
But yeah,
he's useless.
On 9/11, he went down to ground zero.
Yeah, and did nothing.
But
he says he stole
a camera and took pictures.
He stole a camera. That's right.
And he says he helped out.
But he did put himself in danger. How is that helping out his family?
Well, he wasn't married then, so I mean.
But Ganji said on the wrap-up show that didn't you say that DePace was going to come?
Oh, by the way, DePace. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. DePace tried to come in today. He's still stuck on the highway. He's been stuck on the highway since 4 a.m. But he can't get in.
But you said.
And the cops won't let him turn around.
But he's an idiot. He could have come in Monday when there was nothing going on. Like Doug and
now he's trying to get in.
Like I don't even get these guys. Monday nothing was happening. Oh, but it could start happening. Well, if it starts happening, we'll leave.
According to Ganji, Doug called him on Monday and told him not to come in. Isn't that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he got us to
Doug
come
goes
in,
out of his way to tell people to stay home. So
right?
Yeah, he doesn't. You all should stay home.
The company was very worried about everybody going.
Yeah, and rightly so. But come on, they have to do that legally. They really don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, before the first person got sued for that, they didn't care.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There were no lawyers in this world. They wouldn't care when you did. Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah, you were talking about Ganji's love life, huh?
Well, what do you know?
A lot.
Rather hear about that.
There's been girls,
right,
that want to go out with him,
right,
but they're not good enough for him.
And have you seen these girls?
Yeah.
Are they good enough for him?
Yeah, well, a couple of them were good enough, but I don't know what's with him.
I have very high
He's very picky. He's very picky.
I'd like to date the cast of the old 90210.
There's one girl.
And I don't own a mirror.
There's one girl that totally throws herself at him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
throws
You
herself
know her,
in
John?
Yeah,
And he could go out with her and bang her in a split second.
Yeah?
And I said to him, Ganji, if she wants to go out and get laid, why don't you want to go? What's your problem?
What do I always say?
First of all, she lives too far. She lives in Long Island.
So what?
Now he's got a car, but that's too far.
She showed up in an event.
But now she'll come to the city, take a train from Port Jefferson. Okay?
Why don't you get started with her?
You know why? I mean, it's such a weird explanation, and I know you're going to think I'm crazy.
We know it.
But
she's not as
Well,
fun.
I don't.
Maybe he's thinking clearly.
She's a single mom, and I don't date single moms because I don't want to screw around with somebody's head like that.
Okay, I admire that.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to
she's
get
out
into
to have a good time.
I don't care. I just don't want to because
He
they
doesn't want to get
'cause they
emotionally
don't.
involved.
They don't ever.
All right,
think
come
like
on,
that.
commend him for that.
All right.
I'm a fucking break.
Yeah.
I don't want
Why?
to fall in love.
Because it's a single mom.
You
She's got a
should fuck
kid.
her.
Then he's gonna
Right.
fuck her. Then he's involved with her. And then, like, all of a sudden,
But she doesn't
gonna
care.
dump
She just
her and the
wants. She just
kid.
She
wants to
says she
party.
doesn't care.
But
Then
I don't
he sticks
believe
his
any of
dick
them
in
that
her, and it
don't- right.
changes everything. Now he's got to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Well, what
And
about
then I
the
don't-
others?
He
What
doesn't
about
want-
the bartender chick?
Which part?
The one you've been trying to nail
the
for
one at
ages.
my bar. I mean, I love, but I don't know.
She was impressed that you were a storm chaser last night.
We'll see what happens.
What
So
happened?
what
Did you
happened?
tell her? Did you ask her out?
No, so I go to this bar all the time, and one of the waitresses is actually a fan of the show.
Right.
So I've been going there
So
for a
that's
long
how she
time.
knows you're a loser.
Yeah,
Right.
totally. So she was there hanging out last night,
Right.
and I was there with my friends and stuff. And John called me, so I was like, "Come over here." I was like, "Come over here. I'll get you on the phone."
Right.
I figured that'd be a great move. So
Have you just sat her down and said, "Hey, I'd like to go out with you"?
she's got a boyfriend. That's
Yeah.
the thing. So I mean, it's one of those things where I'll keep working in. If she breaks up with her boyfriend, I'll be kind of there.
Yeah.
But she's got a boyfriend right now. So what are you going to do?
Boy,
I never got that.
So
have you ever asked her out?
no,
Yeah, of course.
no.
So what if she has a boyfriend? Just say to her, "Hey, I want to go out with you." And if she says, "I have a boyfriend," then okay, that's a no. But why'd you ask her out? That's your MO. You don't ask people.
No, that is true. A lot of
Asking
times
you shall get.
He'd rather sit and talk to him for 3 years.
Right.
well, because I figure I have this thing where I'm going to be eventually
best friend.
there's going to be a crack in the
Yeah,
veneer, and I'm going to go
she
in.
sees you as a buddy.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So great. Like I have my boyfriend. He fucks the crap out of me every night, and then I can talk to Ganji about anything. He's such a girl.
You're in the friend zone, dude.
So how big is his erection?
Does he fuck you really good?
Did he buy you candy for Valentine's Day?
Well, he had a girlfriend for 5 years.
I know she dumped him.
Well, she gave him an ultimatum, and he walked away from it.
No, that's
Oh,
not
come
true.
on.
That's not even true at all.
She wanted to get married.
No, that's not true at all. That's not true.
Oh, come
that
on,
conversation
Gange.
never took place.
I heard she dumped you.
We broke up. That was plain and simple.
one?
Because she said the relationship
The
wasn't
intern.
going anywhere.
The intern, right?
Right or wrong?
Ronnie, the
No,
intern.
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
No, that's not the way it went.
Ronnie,
No,
is that the intern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's not the way it went.
He
Now,
can't even,
I think
he
that
can't even get
one-
lucky with an intern.
She wanted
5
to
years,
leave.
man. He was with her 5 years.
But he can close the deal.
I think that one was she wanted to leave, and then Ganji threw in marriage.
Marriage.
Oh, I don't even
Oh,
remember
Mary.
anymore.
Oh,
it was
you
like
remember.
5
You're
years
full of
ago
shit.
already.
I made engagement
okay.
pizza.
You don't forget a 5-year relationship. Sorry.
It was a long time ago, and I don't know what my mindset was at the time.
I remember.
I'm claiming ignorance of it all. I don't know.
Boy, same story with you over and over again.
Look, I like who I like, and I go after who I like, and that's it.
Yeah, but you don't even go after him.
No, I do when I like them.
No,
Again, the
you
last
hang
girl
out
I
with
dated,
them.
which
you
I
never ask. You should ask that waitress today. Would you like to go out with me?
Okay.
I would love to take you to a movie. I'd love to take you to dinner.
supposedly
We can
she's
hang.
working today. So
Right.
if the bar's open, I'll go there today.
Imagine I can't get a sandwich in town, but the bar is open.
the bar's supposed to be open. They said they were going to be open.
You know
So
what
if they're
was-
open, I'll go
Just
there.
go up to her and say, you know what?
Yeah.
I've known you for 3 years. I'm going to put it to you this way. I think you're great. I'd love to go out with you. I'd love to go take you out of the bar and go to a movie, go to dinner. Let's get dressed up and go out. That's what you say to her. And then finally you'll be out of your misery. If she says, no, I have a boyfriend, say, understood. I just thought I'd ask because I really, care
Right.
about you. And if she says yes, you're in.
All right.
Yeah, but here's what I think. He's afraid.
You waste
if-
so
if-
much fucking time.
If he does that, and then she says no,
yeah.
then he's not going to want to go to the bar anymore.
Hey, of course you go to the bar. And
No,
you
I'll
say,
get
and
a
by the
different
way, and you say to her, listen, I didn't know how you felt about me. Fine, I'm coming to the bar. But now you go to the bar, you don't have to sit there and pine away for her and flirt. I know what you do.
I gotta sit
try to be
flirt
charming.
with her. Yeah, exactly. I gotta sit
Fuck
flirt
that.
with her.
Fuck being charming.
I had a great joke today.
And then she's telling you about her boyfriend, and you're like, oh.
No, I'd never ask about the boyfriend if she.
Yeah, but she'll tell you.
No, if she tells that, I change the subject.
Does he have a big, thick cock?
Does she complain about him? Does she complain about the boyfriend?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Does she live with him?
No, I don't think so, no.
Oh, douche.
She's only like 24 years old, too.
That's
That's
what I'm saying. So, dude.
Yeah, but how old was the girlfriend, the intern? How old was she?
I mean, she was young.
Douche.
And how old were you?
I was old.
Okay.
Douche.
But you're being a douche. I mean, you're wasting so much of your time, and that's always been the rap on.
That is. I do waste a lot of time. But there have been instances where There have been instances where I really liked somebody, and it was like instantaneous, and I went right after her, and I called friends to get her number, and I really did it. You know what I mean?
So what's holding you back this time?
I don't know. I just, you know what it is? Sometimes I get into this headspace
pretend
where I
I'm
feel
this girl, all right? Look at me and pretend I'm the girl. Oh, hi, Ganji. What do you have?
I'll have a chicken parm here.
We don't have food here, you ass.
I'll have a Bud Light.
Bud Light. Okay, coming up, Ganj.
Okay. Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you doing this weekend? I'd like to take you out for dinner.
Oh, I'm going with my boyfriend. What do you mean? Are you asking me out on a date?
Yeah. Why don't we hang out one time?
We fat
hang
and
out.
bald and old and a loser? How dare you? What do you think I am, a fucking loser too?
Yes, I'm all
going
those
places.
things.
I'm 24. I got my whole life ahead of me. You think I want to hook up with the likes of you fucking animal?
I think it'd be a lot of fun if you did.
Animal. You think I'm going to go out with a guy who stalked me for 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, you're such a creep. Everyone here laughs at you the way you flirt with me for 3 years.
Oh, great. No, I'm never going to do that.
If you would ask me out 3 years
That's why
ago.
I'll never go back to the bar.
This worked out really well.
Yeah.
Hey, way to go, kid. Well, at least you
Such
know.
confidence builder.
Oh, I can never be attracted to you. You're too fat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm waiting for them to say, really.
Wasn't enough you had 8 beers, and even had 2 pieces of pizza.
I was the only one eating pizza in the bar.
Yeah, I mean,
I brought it back to the bar.
Hey, I'm
Can you
hungry.
really ask a girl out if you've been sitting at a bar for 8 hours?
I don't know.
Why?
How happening are you?
Hey, listen, so is she. So
Are you not wearing shoes?
Did you leave her a big tip?
He's not wearing shoes?
He's not wearing shoes. He's got socks and he has no power
I
at
have these
home.
really thick boots, and I'm just dying in the control. I'm so hot in the control room, so I took them off because I was dying in there.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to get ready to go back to the bar? You have no power at home.
I don't care about my house as long as, well, actually, so they're not going to have power because they're right across the street from me. I have no power.
Girls, you're not going to believe who just asked me out. Do you know that Ed Asner looking guy? Yeah, he asked me out. I told him no. I told him he was fat and bald and a loser.
Do a lot of guys hit on her at the bar?
Of course, she's really good looking.
Yeah, and guess what? They get the answer right away. Like they go, "Hey, honey, let's go out on a date."
And it's one of those bars where
What would you say to her, Ronnie? You're good with chicks.
I would just walk over and just say, "Hey, listen, what's up? What are we doing? You know,
What are we doing?
do you have a
You look
boyfriend?"
for the date.
I wouldn't even ask her if she had a boyfriend. I'd just say, you know, what's going on?
Yeah,
You
when
know?
are we gonna fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Let's go hang out.
How you doing? Did you clip piss?
Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Yeah, I'll write her a poem.
Oh, God.
I bet your pussy smells good.
Good afternoon.
If you were a booger, I'd pick you first. Oh.
Works like a charm.
Yeah, works great, man.
Oh.
Trump called me yesterday and he goes, I heard Cuban was okay. He was okay to me. He wasn't that bad. What did he say about me? What did he say? You know,
He heard the whole thing.
I got to think so. I said, listen, Mr. Trump. I think he was very nice. I know he did say that you had sent him a letter. I did. I sent him a letter, and I said, I think he said it's hanging up next to his NBA trophy. Good, very good, very good. You know, he's obsessed.
Yeah, he didn't let anything go. Donald Trump is on the phone.
Donald Trump is on the phone again?
That's right. And he's
We
got
haven't talked to him in years, and now it's once a week.
Mr. Trump fights back too, you know.
What's going on?
Donald.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very unimportant, actually, but
very important in your world.
You have such an audience, Howard, and everybody told me that Mark Cuban was on, and he said wonderful things about my family and
he did
myself, and it was all nice. But he did say one thing that we should at least correct the record. Right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
He said that his show, whatever the hell it's called,
Shark Tank.
Shark
really not
Tank.
his show. He's one of 4 or 5 people on the show. You know, big
Right.
difference, right?
Right.
as opposed to the superstar that's known as Trump. Total superstar.
Well, you make a point
they actually called me the king of all media yesterday, and I said, no, somebody wrote an article that said I'm the king of all media, and I actually wanted a retraction. I said, there's only one king of all media, right? But
no,
anyway.
but you make a point. Your show, The Apprentice. Well, let's back up. Mark Cuban was on the other day. He was talking. We were talking about years ago. He had a show that was very similar to The Apprentice,
called The Benefactor.
The Benefactor,
which was really a knockoff of The Apprentice.
And you got on the air.
There were 16 of them, by the way, so he shouldn't feel bad because we had 16 knockoffs. We had one the other day that died. It was called The Job. It was on CBS. And it died after two shows, and
which I know pleases you because
I love it.
Your show was the original one.
I love it, Howard.
And you love when the original. So Mark Cuban was trying to be a show like yours, and you even said on the air to me, his show won't work. And it sounded like sour grapes, blah blah blah. But meanwhile, you were right. The show went off the air.
Well, Mark did something that was a little bit rough because he went out, and, I've gotten along with Mark over the last year or so, but he went out with his show, The Benefactor, and he really went after me. Instead of saying, hey, and I spoke to him before the show went out, and he was totally nice. But some idiot told him to go and attack Trump, and this way you'll get publicity for The Benefactor. So he went after me. Naturally, of course, I go then after him.
What did he say at the time?
I don't know. My show's going to be better, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be this and that. In the meantime, I had the number one show on television.
And you felt like you had your back up against the wall, and you had to defend yourself.
I had to defend myself.
Right. So
I've watched you do that all your life. I've been watching you a long time.
Yes. And
so
for
anyway,
years, years go by, Mark Cuban does get on Shark Tank. Shark Tank is, as you say, an ensemble cast. It is not his show.
Well, don't go so fast. So the benefactor goes on, and it's a total bomb. And I wrote Mark a very nasty letter. It was really nasty, and it was terrible. And then I heard he has that letter framed. I mean, it was a terrible letter.
He says the letter is framed on his desk.
It was an all-time classic Trump letter.
What did you write? Do you recall?
I don't know. Just terrible.
What did you say?
Terrible. I can't imagine. I wouldn't have saved it. I would have tried to. I would have burned it.
You know why he saved it? I think.
No, I know. It's a motivation. I think that's cool.
Yes, it's a motivator.
No, I think that's cool. I mean, I was surprised that he did it, but I heard about it. I thought it was very cool. Anyway, we've gotten along very well over the last year or so, and the benefactor goes off, and then all of a sudden Shark Tank comes on. So Shark Tank goes on during the week, which is much more important than a Friday night, and it totally bombs. So they think they're going to terminate Shark Tank, and what they do is they put it on Friday night as a little bit of a filler. Friday night is called Death Valley.
I see.
Well, you know that. I mean, you have a show on Friday night. It's not a good thing.
Right.
And it did okay for Friday night. Actually did better on Friday night than it did during the week, because during the week it was a total bomb. They thought they were going to have to take it off. And what happens is it did okay, and that was it. So, and it's doing okay on Friday night. But Friday night's not a television night. So maybe they should move it back to a real night, see how it does. So Mark goes on your show, said nice things, but then he did make the statement that the show, Shark Tank, which again is a show of 4 or 5 people that go, do different things, that it did better in the ratings. And I said, whoa, what have we here?
Right.
I knew it didn't. I mean, I knew that. But so I called up the Nielsen people. I have people that do this. And they called up the Nielsen and the NBC Universal people. And I sent you a little copy of the Nielsen ratings where basically we kill them. Now, you got to understand, not only kill them, but we're in the 13th season now. This isn't a brand new show.
Right.
After, you look at what happens with American Idol. In the first season, we were beating American Idol. And in the first season, we were, many evenings, the number one show and on television. And that was a great honor and all that stuff. But we did very well. But this is the 13th season. And not only did we beat them, we're looking at last season because this is just going on Sunday night. I hope all your viewers and listeners are going to watch it. But what happened, not only did we beat it, but we had to go up against the Academy Awards last year. How would you like a show that goes up? They programmed it incorrectly.
That's
and it
unbelievable.
No. It's a show opened against the Academy Awards. I said, I don't mind competition, folks. I like, I'm sort of a competitive guy, but you don't open a show and have a show against the Academy Awards. So this year they waited. So as you know, the Academy Awards, which, gets 40, 50 million people, the Academy Awards now is over, and our show goes on Sunday night. But despite that, and we did fine. I mean, we did fine against the Academy Awards, believe it or not. But despite that, so I sent you the ratings, and basically it wins in all categories, and easily wins in all categories. And, you have the ratings and you can read them if you want, but it's not a big thing. But they come right out of Nielsen.
So your point is that when...
I just like the truth.
You want the truth.
I'm an extremely truthful person.
Some people would say, why does this matter to you? But I think
everything matters to me.
Everything matters to you. Things get under your skin.
Not under my skin, no. You know what? If let's say let's say he did beat me in the ratings.
Right.
I would say that I wouldn't be calling you.
Right.
I'd call you, but I wouldn't be talking about that. I'd try to get off.
You try to keep it quiet.
No, I tried. I'd sort of. But when it's incorrect, and when Nielsen is the king in terms of this, whether we like him or don't like him, right?
Right.
And Nielsen has been very truthful over the years about The Apprentice, and The Apprentice is a monster. And that's why it's on in like 80.
So what do you want to say to Mark Cuban?
Nothing. I'll tell you what I want to say.
He just wanted to set the record
straight.
straight.
He was so nice to my children and to me,
right?
And so respectful. And talking about how my children are amazing and all that stuff. So I don't want to say anything. I think I think it's fine. But
why don't you buy a basketball team and beat his basketball team?
I have every one of my friends owns a basketball team. They're miserable.
They hate it.
They don't sleep at night. Or sports teams. I mean, I see these guys. George Steinbrenner, as you remember, was one of my best friends.
Right.
You want to see a miserable evening? Go to George to a baseball game, to a Yankee game. It was brutal. Yeah, he loved me.
Because it's work.
I used to say it was exhausting to sit with George at a game. If Derek Jeter didn't get a home run, he'd say, "Donald, I'm telling you, he's no good." George was brutal. He was brutal.
You don't want to live your life like that.
But the truth is, these guys live and die by victories. Most of them lose. Most of them don't do a very good job, and I see it. And they say, they're just really miserable. They live and die. And with all the teams, there's only one team that's going to win ultimately.
Right. I know it's not good odds.
And they're very unhappy people. So
are you?
Donald did try to get into the sports game at one point. Remember that league?
Well, and don't forget. Well, I bought a cheapo football. I figured I could get into the NFL rules.
Right.
That was really one of those harassment deals where we can get into the NFL for no money.
Right. Well, you try and you see what happens.
And Do you own? But I've had more Mike Tyson fights than anybody else. I have a lot of fights, and I'm very much involved in sports in a lot of ways.
Do you own Miss Teen?
I own Miss Teen
USA,
and I own Miss USA and Miss Universe. I own the pageant.
So the big news this week was that Miss Teen Delaware was in a porno.
Yeah, and we had to tell her to get a letter of resignation very quickly. Yeah.
Why though? Why?
Well,
she was in a porn.
So what?
Question.
You think about it. Think about our country.
So what?
Kim Kardashian's a big star because she was in a tape. Paris Hilton was in a tape.
Do you think Kim Kardashian's beautiful?
No. I mean, I think.
Do you think she's good looking?
I think she has a beautiful face.
You think so? Okay.
I don't like that big trunk.
Well, she's got a huge trunk.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, it's seriously big.
Yeah. So what do you think of her?
I think she's a very nice person. She was on The Apprentice, so I think she's a very nice person.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm saying...
No, I think she's a very nice person. Howard, looks don't... I'm not that kind of a person. Looks don't matter to me.
Right.
The looks of a woman
they don't matter to you.
Okay?
Not at all. No, seriously.
Now that he's married.
No, they don't marry. I don't look at women for their beauty. I look at women for what's inside.
Okay, but what kind of porno was she in, though, by the way? Did you see the porno? Did you?
I didn't see it. No, what happened is Miss Teen USA, a very... lovely young woman.
Right.
Although it's hard to say I don't look at looks and yet I own the Miss Universe costume.
That's what I mean. I can't believe you're for real.
Sort of like, well, I'm trying to be very politically correct. This is a world of being politically correct, and which is destroying our country, by the way. Everyone's so politically correct.
You can't even call anyone fat anymore.
You can't call anybody fat.
You can't.
They accused me. They said that I called Rosie O'Donnell a big fat slob, and I said that's not right. I didn't use the word fat. But I've got it.
You're still angry with her?
No, I don't care about Rosie. Rosie's gone. She's gone.
I like her.
You do, really?
Yeah, I really do.
Well,
I've had her to my home. We have dinner together.
Well, if Rosie finally, says something nice about Donald will...
I'm going to bring you guys together.
Because you're a guy.
No, don't bother. It's okay. But
I'm going to bring you together.
She's fine. I don't really think about her, to be honest. But what happens is the young woman from the Miss Teen USA, beautiful young woman, got very much involved with the whole porno deal. And she actually, we suggested it to her because it's nicer. But she actually was, she gave her letter of resignation. Because, that system, that beauty pageant system, people don't give it enough credit. It's an amazing system. These parents, the way these girls, most of them are grown. I mean, it's amazing.
How does it work, though?
It's like a military regiment.
No, but how does it work? In other words, did she try to cover, she was in a porn, obviously, years ago or something?
She was in a porn, and it came out, and because she...
It couldn't have been years ago. She's not that old.
Within the world of the beauty pageants, Miss Teen USA, that's, potentially a Miss Universe candidate.
Right.
Miss Universe. Do you know, in some countries, like in South America, if you become Miss Universe, you don't pay taxes for the rest of your life. There's no bigger... In Venezuela, as an example, and we had Diana Mendoza. You remember the great Diana Mendoza 2 seasons ago on The Apprentice, how beautiful she was. She was like the most beautiful.
Super hot.
But again, I didn't notice that. Anyway, but that in Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, if you become Miss Universe, you're like the biggest star. You're bigger than any soccer star. You're bigger than anything. It's the biggest thing. So anyway,
but describe to me how it works. In other words, let's say, so did she try to hide the fact that she was in a porno, and then you guys discover it?
We don't know whether or not she hid it, but it came out. And the problem is because she's Miss Teen USA, all of a sudden she has a lot of notoriety, and probably one of her friends that's jealous of her, because that's the way life works. Everyone's jealous. They're all jealous of you, Howard.
Of course.
They all kiss your ass, and then they behind your back they say you're terrible.
But what was she thinking being in a porn?
I don't know. Well, because it was before she did this.
Was it a home
She didn't know she was going to be Miss Teen USA.
I mean, she figured she'll do porn, she'll make some money, and then she'll become Miss Teen USA, unrelated. And that's what happened. She won Miss Teen
Will you
USA.
watch the porn? I'm going to see it because...
Will you call me and let me know how good it is?
You're going to watch it because you know what? She must be insanely... When do you see a girl that insanely hot in porn?
She's supposed to be very beautiful. I mean, I've met her once quickly, but she's supposed to be very beautiful. But she got involved, and she actually offered her letter of resignation, and we had to accept it. You would not have. You would not have accepted it.
Oh no, I would have made.
You would have said you're a double winner, right?
Well, if she hadn't resigned, what would you have done? Would you have just fired her?
Well, we probably would have had to. It's a very unique system. I mean, the parents would have gone nuts. The people that, and it's a big. I look at the different magazines and I see how they're dying. Right, they're just dying.
It's over.
You look at pageant. Did you ever hear of a word magazine pageantry?
No.
The thing's like 2 inches. You never saw anything like it.
I'm heterosexual, of course.
Pageantry, but it's a magazine on beauty pageants,
right.
And it's like through the roof, and it's just amazing. It's a big deal, and she did this, and she was forced to, and she was asked to, but she resigned, and she did the right thing.
Did your Twitter account get hacked?
Yeah, it got hacked.
How does that happen?
Somebody, you got a lot of geniuses out there, and I have a hot Twitter account, @RealDonaldTrump. Will you tell your people to hook in? So, @RealDonaldTrump.
Isn't it crazy to you that, somebody that smart is busy wasting their time hacking into your Twitter?
Yeah, it doesn't do them any good, other than they get arrested. It's like crazy. So, we're looking at it.
If you had that ability, wouldn't you spend every minute, inventing stuff and becoming very wealthy?
Well, they hooked in, and they put a quote from Lil Wayne on my account.
On your account?
And for 10 minutes, I was really ridiculed. All the enemies said Trump has lost it. This was something to do with the hose and women. All women are hoes. So, this thing came out, and I'm going to have, in a very short period of time, over 3 million people.
Wow.
And it's a big deal. And
sure.
I think they pick up 20 to 25,000 sometimes a month. And, it's just going through the roof.
How many tweets do you do a day?
Mine's new compared to some of these. What?
How many Twitter followers does Mark Cuban have?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Don't you? You have to check.
I hope he has a lot. I didn't check.
Don't you check every day to see if you have more followers than Mark Cuban?
No, but I have other people that I do check that with.
And
I do have other people.
Who do you check?
Who do you check?
I have very important followers. I have, haters, and I have losers, and I have reporters, and I have everybody's on mine.
But I know you. You must have actually researched this whole Twitter thing, and you probably have people who know how to cultivate it and how to handle this Twitter thing.
I have great people, but you know what? More importantly, but it's my thought. I mean, it's my thoughts. Nobody else will give thoughts like this, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is my thought. For instance, the Pope. Why is he should just
ride it out
and die. He looks so bad. Everyone's saying, what did he do wrong? They said it wasn't the first time. I said, oh, really? When was the last time? 600 years ago. Okay, let's call that the first time, right? But the Pope should just sort of sit back and enjoy and relax.
Of course.
Put some other people and run it, and you die. I'm used to watching old popes, like Pope John. I mean, the guy couldn't even walk. He was bent over like a pretzel, and he was cool.
But the thing is, Donald, you must imagine that something very bad
Well, no,
is forcing him out of office.
There probably was, but I don't know. This Pope didn't resonate. You know, a little bit like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney should have won the election, and I liked him, and I do like him. He's a nice man, but he didn't resonate.
He does. You don't warm up to this Pope.
You know, I liked Mitt Romney, and I call them the same. This Pope didn't resonate. First of all, he comes from Germany. Somehow, you know, hey, I'm part German. You know, a German Pope. I'm not sure that works.
What do you think of the new black Pope, maybe? That might be a big deal.
That would be very exciting.
Donald wants to see a birth certificate.
Do you want to see a birth certificate on the black Pope?
That would be very exciting.
Very exciting.
Hey, but listen, on the Twitter. So it's like I'll have 3 million, 4 million people within whatever period of time, right? So for millions of people. So essentially, I own more than the New York Times by a lot.
Right.
And I don't have to sustain the losses.
That's true.
You know, the New York Times used to have a lot of power. Now it's a whole different thing, and it loses its ass. You know, I mean, the newspaper business is going to be over very soon. When people see me reading a newspaper, like my kids, Ivanka comes in. She said, "Daddy, what are you doing?" She looks at me reading.
What is that?
She doesn't understand what I'm doing.
I know. It's
You're getting your hands dirty with that print. Why are you doing that, Daddy? And she picks out a computer. She presses the name Donald Trump, and she gives me 20 stories.
Don't you? Isn't there something you love about still holding a newspaper in your hand? Me too.
We're old-fashioned. They do too.
Yeah.
We're old-fashioned. But you get about 10 years younger, it's like they look at us like, forget it.
Hey, do you lay in bed and watch the Oscars, and do you tweet during the Oscars?
Well, I did this time. And I got it.
Are you laying in bed with your wife when you're watching the Oscars?
Generally speaking, yes.
Were you completely nude and she was nude?
Well, let's not comment on that. But she has, at least she has a great figure.
You ever tweet? We're here completely nude.
Yeah, but we won't comment on that. But she has a great figure. But I did tweet on the Oscars, and I.
Yeah, you didn't like the Oscars so much.
No, I thought they were. I think I didn't. First of all, I thought the set was terrible. It was so tacky. It was disgusting. I really thought Seth MacFarlane was fine.
Right.
I thought that I don't like him. You know, he did me on the Comedy Central roast. They roasted the hell out of me, by the way.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
He was the guy, and he was terrific. He was terrific then, but he could really be the Seth. He was held back, even though they said he went too much. He was held back.
Right.
But I thought that there was a lack of glamour. I mean, even the woman who won, she falls down the stairs. You know, that's very glamorous.
That dress. I mean,
no. Think of it. Yeah. Think of it. In the old days, Vivian Lee.
They knew how to do it.
But you know, you're right in a way.
Vivian Lee did not fall. Clark Gable didn't.
You're right. Her falling down was sort of the symbol, if you will, of the whole thing falling apart.
Yeah, the whole. No, I thought it was fine, but I didn't find. And I tweeted. I said, "Where is the glamour?" Because I'm a romantic. People wouldn't know that about me, but I'm a major romantic. But I said, where is the glamour? Where is the beauty? There's no beauty. There's no glamour.
Why can't I warm up to that Anne Hathaway? I find her annoying.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It's going to happen. She lived in Trump Tower. I like all people that live in my buildings. Okay?
Right.
Anybody that lives in my building, even if they're really unattractive, I consider them to be beautiful. All right?
Right.
So what happens is she lives in my building. She lived there with the Italian scoundrel. You know the scoundrel?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we didn't know. He paid his rent on time until the very end. You know, it was one of those things. But she got lucky when she got rid of this guy. But she lived in my building, so I got to see her up close and personal. I wasn't a fan at all, but she's grown on me. You know, it's like the Mona Lisa. A lot of times you'll have a painting. Friends of mine that really do the paintings big league. A lot of times they won't like it, but in the end they almost fall in love with it. They're like infatuated with it. They can't leave. I mean, they become sickos. They want to sit in the room and look at the
She's a terrific actress, but when she makes those speeches, when she makes those speeches with, oh my God, it's very.
Well, that's all phony rehearsed stuff.
Right. It's all actressy to me, you know.
You know, when they get up and they want to thank people and they forget and they don't really forget, but they want to make it like it's a big deal because they're so excited. It's all bullshit.
Do you know why I disagree? You know what I disagreed with you on?
What?
I feel this movie, Django Unchained, was one of the greatest movies of all time.
No, I didn't think so.
Did you watch it?
I'm with you, Donald.
Wait a second. Did you watch it?
It was a movie that. First
Donald
of all,
loves movies.
Okay, for those of us,
it's great, and it's not racist.
But like the sick kid up in Massachusetts, up in Connecticut, that wacko kid, that dirty wacko kid.
Lanza?
Now, if a kid like this is going to see this movie, you know, if you're a little bit off to start off with, that movie is not good for people to see. Okay, because I've never seen a movie where so many bodies exploded as a bullet hit them. I mean, I've never seen a movie that bad in terms of that. And you know, I just
Terminator.
thought it was a terrible movie. I thought it was a totally racist movie.
No, why would you say
it's
that?
Not racist.
I thought it was racist.
I'll tell you why it's not racist.
First, you had the white guys killing the blacks. Then you had the black guys killing the white. I I thought it was a terribly racist movie, and I thought it was really vicious and really... I thought it was bad. You know, these people that talk about gun control and should we have guns and shouldn't we have guns. But when you look at that movie can really screw up some kid that's a little
I
bit
admired that movie, and I'll tell you why. It reminded me, even though it's a fantasy, it reminded me that our country was based on something so horrible, so horrific, slavery. And that if anything, it had the opposite effect on me. It made me feel more empathic with the black plight.
Well, I didn't like it, and I thought it was a totally racist movie. So what are you going to do?
I think you're reaching, Howard. You're
Not
saying
at all.
that
Yeah,
movie
I'm
did
telling
that
you.
for everyone. That did that for you,
For
and
me.
no one
I think
else. It was
I
totally.
think Howard's trying to be politically
Not
correct.
at all.
Absolutely.
I returned.
You know, this
I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Halfway through the movie, I turned to my wife. I said, "Quentin Tarantino is a genius, and this is one of the most emotional movies
Because
I've ever
you're
seen."
adding something to the movie
Bullshit.
that's not there.
You're all crazy.
Politically correct.
Really?
and
He's
this
being
is a headline,
outrageous.
Robin, this is going to be a headline tomorrow.
I'm
in the
not
New York
trying to be
Post and the
politically
Daily
correct.
News. There's going to be a headline tomorrow. Howard Stern tries to be political. Because
No.
How long have you been on the air, Howard?
Donald, this is how I really
First time
feel.
ever that he's been politically
No,
correct.
I'm telling you my true belief. I've
It was
always
a
been
racist
honest.
movie, Howard, and it was a shitty movie, in my opinion.
One
I
of the
hate
best
it.
movies
It
ever
was
made.
totally just a revenge movie. That was it. It was nothing.
I thought it was a nothing movie, and I thought, you know, when a bullet hits the body doesn't have to explode for 2 blocks away. You know, the whole thing was disgusting, and that happened like hundreds of times. I thought it was disgusting, and I thought it was very bad for young people to see that movie because I think it can really influence them.
Did you have sex during the Academy Awards?
No, I didn't.
When's the last time you had
He
sex?
paid attention.
When is the last time you had sex with your wife?
Well, let's see, what time is it?
Come on, be honest.
What time is it, Rob?
Be honest.
I won't say that, but
Has it really been that long?
I have a great wife. I do. I have a great wife, a beautiful wife. She was on the cover of Avenue magazine. She's been on many, many covers, including Vogue. She's a great person.
Will we ever see
and a
her
very
naked?
nice person.
Will we ever see her do a nude layout?
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
I tend to doubt it.
Very sexy woman.
I tend to doubt it. I think if we do, I will not be a happy camper.
And that woman stays in shape, man.
Oh, she's in shape. You know, but she's naturally in shape. It's not a big workout deal or anything, which is nicer, you know, to be honest.
Well, she knows with you she's got to stay in shape.
Well, I saw a woman the other day. You know, she's in shape, but then I touched her arm, and it was like, you know, a piece of steel.
That's right.
I don't like that. No, she's naturally in good shape. Absolutely. She's a very beautiful woman, considered one of the great beauties of the world. So I don't know how I got her because, you know, beauty doesn't matter to me.
That's right. Yeah,
I told you that.
Did you wake up one day and go, "Oh my God, she's actually beautiful"?
No, that's the way it happened.
You fell in love with her personality first. Well, listen to
I fell in love
me.
with her soul. So listen, Howard. You know, I'm going to do the Today Show now, so I have to run. But I will tell you. See who I do first? I do Howard first,
Yes.
and Robin.
Who will?
Robin's so important to you, Howard. Do you have any idea how lucky you are, Howard?
I thank God every day.
I mean, you
I
know,
do.
Robin is just great. She's got such a way.
She's fantastic.
No,
She's
that's true, and I mean, I've said it a long time.
She
Robin.
is
This
fantastic.
something, you know, this is not a major breaking story, but she is fantastic.
You're
Well,
right.
thank you.
You're
I do love
absolutely
her.
right.
So, Howard, I just wanted to call you up, the Nielsen ratings. And
Very
if
good.
you
We
look
have
at
it.
The Apprentice versus that other show,
Right.
Shark Tank, which is fine, by the way. I think it's fine. But if you look, The Apprentice blows it away. Do you have the Nielsen ratings?
I have it in front of me. You're not lying.
Confirm that.
I am confirming it right
you.
now.
Thank you.
By the way, answer this one question. How old is Melania allowed to get before you cut off her age?
Well, I'd love to give you an answer there, Howard, because I could do, but then it becomes a headline, and so I would say this: when she's 80, 90, I would still consider her a great beauty and a great wife.
Yeah, I think this marriage is going to last. I always said it.
Well, she's very strong and very nice. I mean, she understands me. She gives me my space, which I really need. You know, one quick story on Melania, because I have a couple of minutes. They just told me, but one quick story, because I do love this show. One quick story. So Tom Cruise calls me, and he wants to go to the Wellman skating rink. So I call up Melania. I say, can you believe it? Tom Cruise called. Do you believe it? She goes, but why do you tell me this? You're a much bigger star than him. He is nothing compared to you. He is nothing. Tom Cruise is just a movie.
She's
You're the biggest
amazing.
star in the world. There's no bigger star.
She
And I
knows
said,
how to get you hard.
Well, no, look, I said, really? You believe that? Yes, of course. Don't even waste my time by telling me about that. And I'm saying, other people, if I said that, they'd say, I can't believe, what does he want you for? So she's very smart, and she's a terrific woman, and that's good.
She loves you.
And I love you guys, and take care of yourselves. I just wanted to set the record straight.
Who will be interviewing you on the Today
Matt
Show?
Lauer.
All right, very good.
Okay?
All right.
So long.
So long.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
the wonderful and vivacious Donald Trump, who reminds us.
And I know Lisa's first time being on the show in a while.
I know. Hi. Feels good to be here.
We're thrilled to have you, of course. But here's my question. So when you heard back that tape, did you think you were bugging Howard? Or do you just see it as an opportunity? Like, you don't get a lot of FaceTime with him. This is the time to sort of...
Yeah, I did have second thoughts about it because I thought, like, if that were me in the chair getting prepped for a TV show, you really have to focus and the adrenaline's going. And so that's probably the last thing you want to hear. And at the same time, he seemed very relaxed and he was having a good day. And so while I was talking to him, I didn't second guess myself until after I left.
What happened after you left?
I went, I don't know if I should have said something, but he seemed interested and he kept the conversation going.
Why do you think Gary was so upset? Do you think he sees you kind of bypassing him to get to Howard, that sort of thing, a lack of respect?
Well, I think that's what he said today. That wasn't my intention by any means. I just, like I told Howard this morning, these ideas never go away and more keep coming in. And so it was just, talking to Howard. I don't get any FaceTime with him where you guys do.
Mm. Have you always been like this idea person?
Yes.
Since like birth?
Always.
And what do? Do you chronicle these? Do you write them down?
Well, with this show, I haven't been able to put any of them to use because that hasn't been my role here. So they've just kept them inside. And so this has been, I feel it's a wonderful opportunity for me to get some of them come to fruition, to see them from the beginning and the idea process and then brainstorm with everyone. And that's been very, very exciting for me.
Do you get frustrated when your ideas don't necessarily go through? Some do, some don't, but I guess we all deal with that.
Yeah. I think any creative person will feel that way. It's just that I'm more like a little kid. I won't let go. Like, you've kids and they were little and they would say to you, Dad, I want ice cream. I want ice cream. I want ice cream. I want ice cream. So that's me.
So you're a nag, basically. That's what you just said.
No, I'm a little kid.
And when you go in there and you're talking with Howard, and I couldn't tell if he was... Like, was he telling you nicely, don't do that to me when I'm in that situation? Or
I'm not going to again.
Okay.
No. But I would love to have FaceTime with him at least once a week. I don't.
So, I mean, you were doing the updates pretty regularly. Those have kind of stopped now with the show. I guess that was your FaceTime beforehand, right?
Well, I'm talking more about ideas. But everyone's been really great. I mean, this process working here is new for me. I co-hosted a morning show with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, so we would have meetings and brainstorm daily. And then I came here, and that part of my job responsibility no longer existed. Mm-hmm. And so I've been really enjoying doing that again. And the brainstorming meetings, the creative meetings, I've been enjoying them so much. And I'm still new to that process here. So it was just like Sal gave me some good advice. He said, we go through a process and this is how it's done. It takes some getting used to. So I get it now. So it's still very new for me here.
Now, you've been putting off Ronnie for years now, and now today you offered up, if the tweets hit a certain amount, and I don't know what the details are, you're willing to have Ronnie make out with you. And after hearing the sex tips today or anything,
it's gross.
Have you?
I don't know what I got myself into.
I say, are you rescinding the offer now, or are you going to go through with it?
No, and the idea about me kissing him didn't pop up right away. So I know Ronnie thinks, she's got a book out. She's got to promote it. That's not what happened. We had a brainstorming meeting. I had it with Benji, mm-hmm. Yes. And we were throwing ideas around, and he said, well, let me just backtrack and say, I had this idea of engaging people on Twitter while the show was going on live. Okay, so that's what the brainstorming meeting was about.
Okay.
And then we were throwing around ideas, and then Benji said, what about you playing the violin? I went, ooh, I really suck. No, it's got to be something that has some suspense to it. And that's when I went, what about me kissing Ronnie? So it's not like I walked into the meeting with that idea.
So you'd rather make out with Ronnie than play your violin?
Yes.
Wow. That's...
Well, it's that suspense factor.
What-
Because he's, there's been that, oh, she loves me, and I go, no, I know I don't, and then he won't let it be. So I thought, well, okay, let's see what happens.
Do you think it's a tease in a way with Ronnie? Because he's confessed he's been into you for a while. He's more than happy
No, he says he thinks I'm into him. That I want him.
What's the truth?
That I think he's fun. I think he looks great for his age. I think, God bless him. He's got a girlfriend 30 years younger than he is. And so, I get a kick out of him. But no, I don't want to have sex with him.
You also have heard where that mouth's been after hearing some of these tips.
Oh, my God. That wasn't a good thing for me to hear today. All of them in a row.
Do you find them sort of intriguing? Do you think, or you just think he's out of his mind when you hear all those?
No, I think there's it's fascinating working here with so many men that you see how their minds work, and he's not unlike many men who think I'm the greatest. I don't care if I'm fat. I don't care if I'm old. I can get any chick. It's like, God bless them. Women are, oh my God, I've got one little thing of cellulite. I'm fat. My pants don't fit. I'm not going out. I don't have mascara. We are crazy. Mm-hmm. And yet you hear guys go, hey, I can get her. No, you can't, but God bless them. They have a healthy ego.
Well, look, ultimately, you're agreeing to make out with him, so maybe he's onto something with that ego there.
No, look, we'll see if we can get, I think we want 10,000 tweets.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, something tells me you're going to get them. I have a feeling the audience will come through. Tony, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John, how you doing? Hey, Lisa, nobody cares if you make out with Ronnie. We want to hear you play the violin. That's what the fans want. It's obvious. Well, why do we care if you make out with Ronnie? It's stupid.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't think so.
I disagree with you. I mean, I would love to see Ronnie make out with Lisa, and who knows how that's going to go. But I think the fans would want to hear, and you're entitled not to do it, but I think the fans would want to hear you play because you've played for so long, and I know you're saying.
Well, that's the thing, because I take my hobby seriously, and I'm not very good at it, so it's different than if, like, I said, I don't care. And so with Ronnie, I think that's more fun.
How would you characterize your violin playing as compared to, like, John Lieberman's rapping skills? Because John thinks he's a good rapper.
But he doesn't, take music classes to learn how to rap, and it's not something he's pursuing as a hobby on the side like I do. I'm in a chamber ensemble group, and it's frustrating. I don't have the time to get better, which I know I could get better, and I would love to, but it's just not going to happen right now.
But if you're in a chamber ensemble, you have to be half decent. You can't.
Well, you audition, and then they group you according to talent.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some groups that are so great, but you know what? I give myself a lot of credit for doing it and playing, and so what are you going to do? I'm not that good.
Kevin in Montreal, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi guys, just wanted to say big time start. Lisa, I was just wondering, are you kind of maybe just testing the waters too? You're going to make out with them just to see if you like it or not, then maybe go a little bit farther? Because the thing with the tweets, unless the number's 1 million and 2 million, I guess if you'll hit the number, you'll have to make out with them.
Well, it's just a kiss, and that's all it's going to be.
I don't know. You may get caught up in that whirlwind of lust.
Think about it. Like, the first time you kiss someone, it's not easy. Sometimes it's just not easy, right? I mean, you got to negotiate where your head's going, where the tongue's going,
Lisa,
right?
You're talking about just like a peck?
No. It's got to be tongue.
Okay. All right. Good.
That was discussed in the meeting.
And Ronnie's a pro. I mean, I think he knows his business. So I don't think it's like you're kissing. It's like a first kiss for someone.
All right, I'll follow his lead.
I think you're going to have to. Steve, does it surprise?
Oh my God!
Does it surprise you that Lisa's up for this?
It's I think the reaction in the back office is like, let's see what this. I think people are setting up to be disappointed. It sounds like it's her making out with Ronnie with tongue. Sounds really funny to me. We all kind of feel like it's not going to be that great. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. But if you're making out with Ronnie,
it's me.
No. We feel like like what I just said. Like I feel like you'll get there, you'll like stick out your tongue, and then be like, we did it, ha ha ha, and then the joke will be on us. If you're making out with Ronnie,
you know what?
That's going to be really funny.
This is going to be a stretch for me to see if I can. I hear what you're saying,
right? But if you can't do it, then it's just just wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah. No. Look, it was my idea to try and do this,
right?
And I don't want to see it fail either. I hope we get as many tweets as we can.
Right.
Well, I remember not even back in the day, but when Artie made out with Blue Iris, and he went full bore. I mean, as did she, and they really made out. No one was really sure what was going to happen up until that point. So with Ronnie, I think you've got, knowing how Ronnie is and how much pride he takes in his abilities, I think you've got a lot to live up to here.
But you know what I'm saying is, and I'm not pitching this, but let's say I said to Howard, I'll make out with High Pitch Mike for blah, blah, blah. And then it's talked about and it's a thing and blah, blah, blah. And then it comes down to it and I don't do it, or it's just like a peck or whatever, then that would be the wrong thing to do.
Is Lisa reeling it in or
no?
Not
at all. Not at all.
Can he cup your ass?
No, Howard said that's not what it's about.
I'm not talking about Howard. I'm talking about you.
No, it's a kiss. It's a kiss.
But what do we define what a kiss is yet?
She said it's with tongue. They're going to make out. And
can I put a time limit on? Can I say it's got to be at least 15, 30 seconds? Like it's going to be a making out kiss.
Yeah, I'd say so. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Does it surprise you that she's game for this?
Yes and no.
Ooh.
It surprises me that she's game for this, but I know she's selling a book.
Oh, come on.
Come on yourself.
But first of all, you weren't in that meeting. I wasn't the one to bring up my name first. Benji, we discussed this before you got here. Benji was the one.
But why now? And here's the thing. Somebody had the greatest joke about you in the office. Lisa won't agree to play the violin on the talent show, but she'll make out with Ronnie.
I explained that because I take my hobby more seriously, and so this seems like more fun. And the timing of it is interesting. I can understand how you would say that, but the Weather Channel just did this promotion, and that's how I got the idea to integrate Twitter users while our show was going on live.
So what were some of the ideas that you had that didn't make it before they got to you making out with Ronnie?
I don't remember, but I came up with the kiss when Benji said, "What about you playing violin?" And then that's when it was like, "Oh, okay, let's see, how can I get involved with this?"
The best part of this is nobody's even bothered to ask Ronnie if he has to ask his girlfriend.
Yeah, well,
not even up for discussion.
I mean, yeah, well,
wait, okay, how many Twitter followers?
Ronnie already said that if it was Lisa G, he got the okay, so that's cleared.
And so, how many tweets do you think we could get?
A couple thousand, 5,000?
Yeah.
5,000.
Why were you were angry and defensive when they played that tape of Lisa pitching Howard while he was getting ready? And Lisa already said, listening back, she's second-guessing herself, but it's also the only time she gets with him, and she's full of ideas and trying to take advantage of it.
Right, but there's a process, and you're skipping ahead of the process. And here's what's interesting, too. Somebody put on my Twitter feed today, you could tell that Gary really hates Lisa. That's not the case. I'm annoyed at this particular thing. Lisa and I get along fairly well, but this does bother me. And I said, you're not the only person that does this. I hate it when people go, "Did you see my idea?" I'm like, "Yes, I saw it." Now you're going to make me say I don't like it?
I'm sorry if I am.
But but there's a system. Realize, imagine if there's 50 people like you, and it isn't 50, but it could be like 15 or 10. And like if an idea goes through the process, then don't jump the line to bring it to Howard after it's already gone through the process.
Right, I understand now. And I guess because, like I was saying before you got in here, that everyone has FaceTime with Howard, and I rarely, if ever, do. And so it just seemed like he was in a good mood, and it wasn't about,
Right, I understand how that works for you.
Well, but I understand.
You're like, okay, for me this is really good because I have FaceTime and I can look at Howard, but I'm talking about the system.
I understand. But I was just trying to get you to be in my shoes at that very moment, which I've never done that before with him.
Okay, Ronnie's here now, so let's get back to this making out thing. And regardless of how it's come, it's come up.
It's come, all right.
I know you're up for it, But do you think Lisa beforehand said this isn't the culmination of her having the hots or anything like that? She's just doing it because she thinks it'd be good for the show. And I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Good for the show. When was the last time Lisa did anything for the show? When does Lisa ever come in here?
I don't have time anymore.
Oh, come on, Lisa. You know how many times you were asked to come in here when crap was going down and you refused to come in?
She's on a deadline.
I'm always on a deadline.
Yeah, now you got a book coming out, so now you want you got to get on and talk. I see how you posted your whatchamacallit, your tweets to your things, your book signings in New Jersey and Huntington, and then and now this comes. Now this comes up.
Well, you don't. So say no.
Out of nowhere.
So say you don't want to do it.
Yeah, but don't go under the impression that you don't want to do it, because I don't believe that for a minute. Okay, I really don't.
That I don't want to kiss you?
No, that you do.
Oh,
that you're doing it just because you're doing it for a thing for the show.
Oh, I
don't believe that for a minute.
That I really want to kiss you.
Yeah, I really believe that. I really believe that you want to see what it's like. I really do. And what did you say? Listen, you can laugh all you want.
Yeah, that's what I love about you. That's what I was just saying before you came in here.
I heard it.
God bless you.
I heard it.
And Ronnie, what did you say? You said that if you kissed her, that would be the end, that she would just melt in your arms.
Possibly.
Uh-oh, then what?
Then whatever you want to do. I told you I have a free
Tip
pass.
number 7.
I have a free pass. I told you I have a free pass for you. Anything you want to do, I'm there.
So you think Lisa's using this situation in order to make out with you, but say, "Oh, it was a bit," not because she really wants to.
No, she wants it. It works out both ways. Don't you understand? Because now all of a sudden she needs 10,000 Twitter followers. Don't ask me why.
I think we have 2 lunatics in here today.
You know what I'm saying? and then to bring me into it, that she wants to make out with me. So there's a million other things she could do. Don't you think?
I think that she said she would make out with you because she doesn't, but that's call me crazy. She doesn't want to.
Then why do it? She could play the violin.
It's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same?
It's not the
People
same.
want you to play the violin.
No, they don't.
I could prove your theory right and make Lisa play the violin, but I'd much rather see her make out with you.
Fine with me.
All right.
I just want to see Lisa kiss a dude. See what that
doesn't have to be right. I think everybody wants to see that.
But there's
then it shouldn't be you.
But there's added flavor with it being Ronnie. Of course, that tension that's there because
it'll be flavor.
Because one thinks there's tension there and the other clearly doesn't, and I don't know who's more delusional here.
It's a toss-up.
What?
I'm not.
No, I said there is. What do you mean, that I don't think there's tension?
No, I'm saying Ronnie thinks this is the culmination of sexual tension that you've got for him, whereas you're saying it's not.
Well, I got it for her too. I'm not saying I don't.
Oh, I know you're into her. You've been talking about hitting her for years.
Yeah, look at her. Look at her. She's embarrassed. Look at her. She's
crazy.
She's blushing. I'm not crazy.
It's crazy, I said.
No, it's not crazy. You know it's true.
All right, you're on.
Ronnie, were you happy with the way the tips came out today? Everybody seemed to be pleased with those.
You know what? I heard them after they cut them up. I didn't hear them on the air. I was downstairs.
They went over well, but there was 2 confusing things. One was the fact that you're drinking urine instead of...
It's not urine. Let's get it straight.
Okay.
The other one was...
The
other one was, it sounded like you were talking about a sex tip for you said if you're with your girl or your guy, but then the rest of the tip was all about a guy. Yeah. Grab a guy's head, do this with a guy.
Listen.
You were grabbing a guy's scalp?
I'm explaining for either a guy or a girl, and I'm telling you how it feels to me from a girl. But if you're a guy, it's the same thing, except you're getting it from a guy if you're gay. And I said, "There's nothing wrong with being gay."
But none of your other sex tips involved gay. It was sort of came out of left field.
Well,
so you enjoy?
Well, you can't eat a guy's pussy.
Okay, I gotta go.
So you enjoy?
And you can't make a guy squirt.
So you enjoy? When
Lisa has a deadline.
Jesus, I got a mom and kids here. Come on.
So you enjoy when the guy pulls on?
Where's she going?
The roots of your hair to your scalp, Ronnie?
She can't handle it. She got a deadline.
You enjoy when a guy sort of pulls on your hair like that, or you're assuming a guy would enjoy that? I didn't really.
I didn't say yank it out of his head or her head. There's a way you're doing it.
You said his head.
Okay, his head.
I thought it was a confusing tip.
I said him or her. Either one. It goes for both ways.
All right, Lisa's stepped out, so
of course.
Why do you think
it's getting too hot in here for her?
Do you really think once she makes out with you, then that's going to be it? There's going to be a point of no return?
No, she's got her standards around here. You know what I'm saying? If I think things would be a lot of different if one of us didn't work here.
Do you really? You think that if you and Lisa didn't work together, you'd be a couple?
I don't know about being a couple, but I think she'd want to get hit.
Hi, it's Lisa.
And Ronnie.
And on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we both went in to talk about the famous kiss.
Go easy, baby.
But before Lisa and Ronnie get in here, because I'm sure they're on their way, I see Kevin over there. Kevin's great because he's a huge super fan of the show, so he makes the show work and the segment work when Maria is in there, which is a blessing and a curse, I think. Kevin, come over here for a sec, because when Kevin goes in there, he wants it to be great for Howard, and he's willing to reveal anything. And Maria wants the segment to be great too, but she has a different perspective than Kevin does. And I think that's how it works. Now, I've had you in here a couple times. One time you came in and you were over the moon. The last time you came in, you were rattled from the Derek stuff.
Rattled. And then the appearance, because I definitely reacted and went really far, but I was angry. You know, the second one, and then afterwards I was like, oh my God, it was almost like you lose your temper, you punch a wall, and then you're staring at the broken wall and go, oh, why'd I do that? That was the last time.
How'd you feel this time?
This time I think it was better.
Yeah.
It was fine. I think she had fun. You know, with Maria, she's a huge Howard fan, but she's more nervous about coming on the show, whereas I'm more excited. She's really, really nervous and almost like, oh my God, why am I doing this?
She's done it so many times,
but it's so many times at this point now. And actually, I think this was a hump one.
Why do you say that?
I think because I think we found the what's the perfect bed? Is it the mama bear's bed? You know, you have I think like we found a good balance day where she definitely was put on the spot a lot. We bent her, but we didn't break her.
When she played the Truth or Dare, and she says she's no longer the queen of gross because she wouldn't follow through with the Richard thing, but I've always had the sense that she's into that stuff.
Totally into that stuff. Her favorite show is Impractical Jokers. She loves Jackass, and so I was actually really surprised that she didn't. And when I went over and felt her back, she was sweating, so she really didn't want to for whatever reason. I think it was the smell.
Was that? Yeah, I was going to say, was that Richard's physical presence that put her off?
Actually, it was the smell, because I know that she couldn't handle that.
Now, you missed the first hour, Kevin. I don't know, you guys were in transit or whatever.
Yeah,
did you get to hear it?
No.
Well, what happened was Lisa made good on her promise to make out with Ronnie after...
Lisa! What?
After it was proposed, Stern Show sent out a tweet about Ronnie kissing Lisa, and the number was 5,000 retweets, and it took about maybe 4 minutes to get those numbers. And you know what, Lisa? A lot of people give you a lot of crap for not following through and doing stuff for the show, and today you delivered. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you. Feels great. Just I don't know, not so much about the kiss, the actual kiss, that's separate, just that the idea came through and it was fun.
Was there any emotion? Was there any emotion exchanged at all, or was it more of an actor's kiss? I mean,
good question, because I did call an actress last night. Our news anchor's wife, Julie Halston, is an actress.
To do a stage kiss?
I said, yeah, how do you do it when there's no emotion involved?
That didn't look like a stage kiss to me.
Really?
It might have started off that way.
No, it was fun.
But by the end, Lisa, Ronnie was pulling back and you weren't.
I give you way more credit. I thought for sure you were going to lay low and not be into it. You were really into it. But I have to ask you though, because every time I watch it, the only part I noticed, could you feel Ronnie's finger in the crack of your ass?
No, really. I think it's more the illusion of the dress.
No, it was there, believe me. But the funny part was, I think for Lisa, I don't want to speak for you, but I think for Lisa, there were a lot of things going on that she was processing, and she might not have processed that.
No,
and Ronnie's like, she didn't stop me, she wanted it.
She was seeing fireworks like on the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
It was so exciting hearing the countdown, wasn't it? I mean, I wanted 10,000.
She's
I didn't
excited, you guys.
Because
we would have had 10,000.
See, I really wanted the 10,000. I really did, but it was
probably have them already. You probably have them already.
Yeah, John Lieberman's been keeping up. Yeah.
Well, we'll get to Lieberman in a second because he's got a whole other take on this.
It's exciting.
But did you think you were going to be swept? I mean, by the end of the show, Robin was ready to kiss Ronnie. So, did you think you were going to be so swept away?
I wasn't swept away.
It sounded like
no. So
It looks
last
like it.
night I called Julie Halston and she said, "You know what? I bet you Ronnie's a great kisser. That he's going to go in slowly. His lips are going to be really soft, and you will be surprised." I went, "Okay, let's see what happens." And sure enough, that's exactly what he did.
Well, at the beginning, when they finally decided to do it, Lisa leaned in, was ready to go, and Ronnie pushed her back, and he's like, "Easy, let's take it slow." But by the end of that kiss, it was Lisa who was wanting more, and I don't know if Ronnie wanted more or not, but Lisa, really, what was going through your mind, or can you not describe it as you were making out with Ronnie?
Well, what I remember thinking is, ooh, his lips are really soft. He's a good kisser. And then he started to laugh. When I talked to Julie last night, I said, what if I start laughing? But he's the one who laughed. I can't believe it was the role reversal.
Gary,
That's so funny.
Did you think this was going to happen?
No, I actually thought it was one of those things that Lisa put out there, and I thought she was going to put these parameters on it that was going to make it never happen. Like, a couple of years ago, Benji's like, Benji had this weight loss thing, but it was like sort of
Artie was gonna fuck me if I lost
something like that. Yeah.
No, if I didn't lose enough weight.
Right, but it was
no, but I would have lost enough weight.
But anyway, like I thought Lisa was going to say 100,000 tweets or something like that, and we got to 5,000, and then when it came time to do it, Lisa looked a little rattled, and I said, I wonder if she could do this. But she was a trooper, man. She was a trooper.
Now, Lisa, be honest. Has this changed the way you feel about Ronnie?
No, because I like Ronnie. I think he's hysterical, and it was fun. It was fun.
But it didn't leave you sort of wanting more?
No.
Based on his acumen? And
no.
How about this? Does it make you more open to the possibility of fooling around with Ronnie?
No.
If you had to do it again for a decent reason, would you? Like if there was a good reason to do it, we needed to recreate.
Yeah, I'm already starting to think about some things about how we could do it.
No, with Ronnie.
Yeah.
How you?
Yeah, I'm starting to. I've been so busy. I said to Howard, let me start thinking about some other stuff we can do with this. Is there something else?
Well, like what? Like give me an idea.
Second base. I told him, no. I said, put it up on YouTube. I'm starting to think, okay, so how many views do we need for me to say I'll kiss him again? That's just where I'm at right now. I haven't had a second to think more about it.
But you realize you can't kiss him again.
Yeah, you got to take it
up.
Well,
see, that's the thing. I think, I hear you, but
second base.
Yeah.
Would you
hand
fist
over the
him?
shirt?
Kevin.
No, what? Hand over the shirt.
Impossible.
Over the shirt. Hand over the shirt.
He comes in for a half hour and look what happens.
Would you fist Ronnie?
Oh, stop it. But I'm glad Benji's here because he was in at the beginning in that brainstorming session, and so it was a lot of fun just seeing. Right?
It was. Yeah.
Would you kiss Benji? Like if
I wouldn't do it. I have a girlfriend.
No, yeah.
Do you? JD. It's hard to tell because you haven't brought her name up in 3 months.
Elisa Jordana.
I wasn't positive.
Who
She
Kevin
was still,
very nicely asked me
Did you notice that he hasn't brought her name up in so long? I wasn't
I
sure.
love her, yeah.
No, I like her too. You just haven't brought her name up. I never know with you.
Benji, Ronnie has a girlfriend.
Yeah, this is show business.
Well, but I wouldn't do that. I mean, that's fine. I have no problem with
if Woody Allen called you to put you in a movie, and you had
I would not kiss Woody Allen.
And you had to kiss Scarlett Johansson, would you?
No, not in a movie.
If Woody Allen called Benji Bronk to be in my movie.
No, not when I have a girlfriend. You know what? Maybe there might be a situation where I'd do it if Woody really begged me or something. But no.
Kevin in DC, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, great show. Love you guys. Two questions. One is, how do you think this changes Lisa's perception as a team player? I know that's always the rap against her, but I agree with Gary. I just didn't see this going anywhere, and I'm so impressed that she carried it through. And then the second question is, does anyone believe her when she says she doesn't find Ronnie sexually attractive either before or after this kiss? Because I just don't believe her at all.
Well, the first part, to answer the first part of your question, I said it when we started the show. Yeah, I think this changes the perception of Lisa a lot. She's been accused of not following through on stuff when it comes to being a team player and this and that. This was a big deal for her. This wasn't like a little stunt, and she did it, and she did it with gusto.
Wait,
so
what has she not followed through on?
I said she's been accused.
I know,
of
but has there been anything she hasn't followed through on?
Yeah, that we've asked her several times to be in the we want to do a newsroom talent show. She didn't want to participate.
But
in that.
she didn't. That's
she
not
said, I don't
following
want
through is agreeing and then not going through with it.
No, we're saying not being a team player means there's things that we ask you to do that you don't want to participate in.
But the second part of the question, I think, is the one I want to discuss, which is how can that not change the way you feel about someone when there's that passionate of a kiss. I mean,
Because
all of
you're-
us have been through it before. I'm sure,
Oh,
Kevin,
come
the
on.
first
don't
time you
watch-
kissed.
You don't watch The Bachelor? They're kissing for an hour on TV. They're not all feeling stuff. You can kiss,
there's an excitement on her face, totally glowing when she's talking about
It's
it.
all about the idea. I get excited about the idea.
Or,
it
is
worked.
or Lisa, honestly,
It was fun.
Is it the attention you're getting
No,
from everyone
it's
in
the
the show?
idea.
Is that what's making you glow?
It's the idea.
What-
It's the
being
idea.
serious.
Kevin asked a legitimate question because I was about to go there. I think there's a huge part of today that you are embracing because of the attention.
No,
which is a part of what happened today.
I hear what you're saying. It's about the idea. If anyone knows Benji, he was in the room when this whole thing started, right? It's about
Originally, it had nothing to do with Lisa. She had the idea. It was about Howard doing things.
it was
And
about Twitter, getting people engaged in Twitter,
which I think is a neat thing. It's like people are touching the show through like they might be in Asia.
Well, they made something happen today.
Yeah,
The fans
there's a
made
neat
something
aspect
happen.
of that.
Lisa, what percentage of your excitement, verbal and nonverbal, would you say is the idea versus Ronnie and his sort of sexuality?
95% on the idea.
5% on Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still 5%.
Now, were you hurt when John Lieberman said there's no amount of Twitter tweets that would get him to do that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
No, not at all.
Why not? I mean, I would be hurt by that.
No, I'm not. No, I don't know. He's my coworker.
Hold on a second. I mean, John doesn't want to kiss her, but I mean, Lisa, do you feel the same way? Would you want to kiss John?
No,
Would it
because I have a different relationship with
Would
him.
it take a lot more? Now I'm more interested in making you do things you don't want to
Oh,
do.
that's funny.
But-
Because
but-
you're a good producer.
Would you, if we had the right setup, would you do that?
No, you know what? I need to digest all this stuff. I haven't had a second. I think this was great. Kind of when things are really this great, Gary, you just leave it there and maybe you go on to something else.
Hey, I have an idea for you and John. Would you and John,
Here we go.
or maybe you and Ronnie, play with each other through robot hands?
See, Benji, I don't know what you're saying.
Ronnie now joining us, along with John Lieberman and Benji and Lisa. The whole idea team is here. And Ronnie, before you came in, Lisa was talking about how excited she was. We all said, clearly you've been captivated somewhat by you. And she said, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's really the idea and pulling off the idea, not so much the fact that it was you.
Okay, whatever. Let her say what she wants. It's
Well,
fine
what do
with me.
you tell me what the truth is, though?
It's a long time coming, this whole thing.
Yeah, it is.
What does that mean?
Just what I said.
You're both sort of glowing.
because we finally got it out of the way.
The section-
and now she knows how
the
it
sexual
feels.
tension between the two of them all these years.
Is it out of the way? Is the tension gone, or is the tension just going to build now?
No, I think it's okay.
Did it leave
It's
you?
fine.
Did it leave you wanting more, Ronnie?
No, I have a girlfriend, man.
Yeah.
Well, you also got a free pass.
Yeah,
No,
but I would
no,
never do
no.
that to her. No way.
You wouldn't.
No.
Huh?
But if you broke up tomorrow with Stephanie,
What are you worried about? You can't wait for me to break up with Stephanie.
I know. We thought the next contest was that Lieberman kisses Stephanie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now, with all the kisses
For what?
on the Stern Show,
What
you
am I
think-
going to get out of it?
10,000 Twitter followers.
Nah, I don't need that. I got enough Twitter followers.
what do you want out of it?
I can't say.
You seem a little rattled.
I'm not allowed to say.
Ronnie,
But if I could give you that, would you do it?
Do what?
Let him kiss Stephanie.
Yeah.
So there's a prize.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's always a price for everything around here.
There's always a price, Gary. You seem a little rattled, though. You seem a little.
What do you mean rattled?
I don't know. You're not your usual confident self. I don't know if there's.
You're definitely guarded.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I can see-
should've
I can
kept-
see right
Dude,
now.
I was gonna. They wouldn't let me, but I wanted to come in and give you tips on how to give her anal, man.
I would have taken them.
Or maybe you're not
I
so
would've
rattled.
taken
Maybe you're not so rattled.
No, there's the old Ronnie fighting back.
He's back.
The old lion.
All right, here's my issue with you, though.
Out of the cage.
So
Yep.
this started to really go down, and I couldn't tell if either one of you was thinking about backing out. You both went through with it, which was great, but you pulled away on the kiss, not
No,
Lisa.
I started to laugh because when I had my finger in her ass, practically,
didn't have
she
your
didn't
finger
push
in
me.
in my
Did you
ass.
see the
Go
video?
watch the tape, Lisa.
It's the dress. It's the
it's
dress.
Well, yeah, the dress was pushed in. So was my finger.
I was not. I
It
would
was.
know.
Look at the replay. We
Yeah,
slow-moed.
exactly.
Was that the move you had planned all
I was
along?
laughing because she didn't. I was expecting her either to grab my hand and push it away, or like push me back totally away from the kiss and everything.
But she didn't. She just kept going.
I think she lost consciousness for a second.
I started laughing.
Now, John Lieberman, you're piping in over there. Is there jealousy? How are you feeling after this went down?
I think it was a great.
He wants to do Lisa also. To be honest, with you.
Stop.
They have tension in that office. Like
By the way, did you see? He said also.
Yeah, good pickup.
I want to do.
Well, I always said I would bang Lisa. That's not a secret, Kevin.
All right.
John?
He hasn't made that a secret, no. He
banged
does
me.
want to have sex with Lisa.
Well, listen
which
to
is
the
why
show,
I asked
Kevin.
the question, if he broke up tomorrow, which he answered earlier, if he broke up with Stephanie tomorrow, he would pursue Lisa. He said that.
But I'm not breaking up with Stephanie.
I know, it's a hypothetical.
Are you proud today? Like, did this today make you... Lisa is over the moon.
Let's put it this way. It came about very unexpectedly.
That's
Didn't
good.
expect it to happen today.
Right.
You know, I went in there to talk about my tips, my sex tips, and the next thing you know, I'm making out with her.
Maybe that's better. We didn't have time to think about it,
actually,
right?
it was better.
Yeah, really, it was.
It was better.
3 minutes, 42 seconds. That is pretty remarkable.
But they're right, because at one point Howard's like, well, let's do this tomorrow. And I'm like, no, let's do this today, because we sort of have everything in place. And I thought that giving everybody a day to think about it was not going to be healthy.
Good call.
Well, the thing, what you guys came up with was a lot faster deal. The way Lisa's plan was, it would have taken probably weeks.
No, couple hours. No, weeks.
Yeah, because it's a very slow process the way you wanted to do it.
Well, that's
The
not
way
how
Howard does, like what he did when he came out and gave, I had 56 followers. The morning I walked in there and he gave out my Twitter address, I couldn't use my phone for 2 days because I had the notification thing on, and I didn't have to take it off. What do I know about that crap? And I couldn't touch my phone. I couldn't text. I couldn't make phone calls. The phone was actually on fire. You could feel it was burning. The battery was like, forget about it. I got 25,000 followers in a matter of hours.
Wow.
It was crazy.
To that point, YouTube can't keep up right now with the number of people clicking to view the video. It says that they're still processing views, and that's what happens when so many people... So, I mean, it's going to be in the tens of thousands of views.
Wasn't it like up to 13,000 already?
Well, no,
retweets
is 13,272. But YouTube views it's going to be in the tens of thousands because YouTube says it can't keep up with how many people are clicking right now.
Is Robin next? Because she sounded a little interested after what she saw today.
Okay.
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, it's okay. Robin's. I know Robin 27 years. Yeah.
Now I'm going to throw one. I'm going to throw one at you, Ronnie, because this was really kicking around today. Shirley came to me with this one. If I could give you what you need.
Yeah, I would do it. He came to me already.
Michael Morales.
I'll do it.
Oh.
For what?
For what he needs. For say plugs.
Mike Morales.
Hold on. Let's go back here so the audience understands what we just said. You're gonna make out with Mike Morales as you did with Lisa, same amount of time,
right?
For what we're talking about,
for plugs that he needs for something.
Yeah, right. That's how much I believe in what we do. Okay?
Strange twist.
Believe in what?
This thing that I need.
Now, is that? Would you acknowledge that's a gay act? Or is it just funny for the show, like Richard?
I think it's funny for the show, and it's something. As being a team player of the show, I would do, number one. Number two, like I said, I believe in what we do as a great thing for the show. Other people don't. And every time we do it, we're told how great it is. So,
all right, we got the idea. I believe again, there's a price.
I would do it.
Right. You would do it for the right price.
Yeah.
Do you think your finger would end up in the same place?
No.
As it did with
What if his finger ended up in your place? What if he palmed your ass?
Yeah, what would you
do? Fine.
It's only 30 seconds.
By the way, will Mike Morales do it?
Yes. He said he would.
Oh, this is totally going to happen.
So wow,
this is going to happen.
This is going down.
It's so going down.
You weren't kidding when you said it's about meeting girls, about meeting guys. That's
John,
having fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's about a lot of things.
And did you thank Lisa for being a team player? Because you're one of the main people who says she never...
Well, I thank Lisa for being a team player to benefit herself. Yes.
Wait. How's it different from what you're doing?
Well,
why when you were doing it, you're
like
a
I
team
said,
player?
but I've done things, Benji. I've shaved phone numbers in my back. I've done crazy.
That's not as big of a deal to you.
No, he's done things for nothing.
but why
hold on,
Lisa
Benji, I'm going to answer the question.
player,
for,
but also
for years, way before you even thought of I've done things, okay? You weren't even around.
But why when
so
Lisa
get out of my
does it,
face
not for being a team
and
player?
get out of my fucking...
No, fuck you,
get out of my
why
shit
when Lisa
here,
does it not
okay?
for being a team player? Why do you have to add
Because
that thing?
now she's a team player all of a sudden, okay? She hasn't been a team player for at least 8 months.
Ronnie, there's a lot of things I could ask you to do or Howard could ask you that you wouldn't do.
Benji, I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't do because it's a big of an... What's that?
I wouldn't do anything.
But there's a lot of things Howard would ask you to do you would say no to because it's a big enough deal.
Bullshit, I'm going to do a
Howard
fucking... I'm going to walk around with a fucking
Howard ask you to do that Michael Morales thing without what you're asking for?
I don't want to...
I got a question for Benji.
Okay.
Benji, are you defending the bit or are you defending Lisa?
Defend your own shit.
But if you hadn't been involved in the bit, would you be...
Absolutely, I've defended stuff before.
Would you be as vocal about this particular thing?
If I had an opportunity to be too, absolutely.
Why do you feel so strongly about this?
Because it's just the way you guys characterize things. It's like...
So would you say before today...
I like the you guys.
That's right, you guys, Ronnie. You're one of the you guys.
Yeah. Would you say before today, Lisa's a team player, willing to do anything?
As much as anyone else here. As much as
your girlfriend on the air?
That's
that
right.
Wasn't bullshit?
That's right. That's the shit I did, Ronnie. With my girlfriend, Lisa Gardana.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And what did you
do, Ronnie? What did I do? What did I do that pissed you off?
Didn't piss me off.
Then why are you making a big deal about it then?
I'm just pointing out a point. You're the one who's getting all fucking crazy about it.
That's right.
Well,
I think Benji called his acting coach last night.
Paul in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show. Hold on, John. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey guys, first of all, I just want to say congratulations, Lisa, for finally getting it. I don't know, it's been 8 years, I think, with you. You finally get it. John Lieberman, it took him 1 day to get it. This guy is a huge part of the show because he got it from the very first day he worked there. Ronnie, the limo driver, ever since he started becoming scores man, he got it, and he's the biggest part of the show. And Lisa, you should do this again. Just don't do it with Benji because the guy's got herpes. Bye.
Now, John asked you, Benji, if you're jealous. I don't think that's the case, but you should answer the question.
No, I'm not jealous of the kiss. It was a great show moment to be a part of.
Jealous of the attention, maybe?
Yeah, sure. But I don't know if jealous is the exact right word because it was such a happy moment. It was a fun moment. Would it be great to be in great moments like that? Yeah, it is.
I love moments. Listen, we've had moments like this in the history of the show. I remember we did something years ago where we just told all our listeners to honk their horns at a certain time on the Triborough Bridge, and everybody had their phones out. We had it up. It was crazy. I love
that was the best episode ever on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Excuse me?
When Horseshack had a radio show.
Yeah.
And they were going to cancel, and he had everyone... You don't remember that episode?
I don't.
Oh, it was good. You remember that one?
What else?
John, you don't remember?
Wait, what else do you... I love stories like this. What other things? I love the...
That's actually what this reminds me. That's why I love this thing.
I got to tell you, even the first funeral we ever did, the very first funeral, we got to K-Rock, and Howard said, I'm going to hold a funeral for NBC. And we just talked about it on the air that morning. We had no real plan. And we got over to Rockefeller Center, and we shut the street down. We completely shut the street down. So I love when you sort of get the listeners involved and say, hey, come out and support us or help us do something. That just feels great.
Once that tweet went out, and you guys were in the studio, but in the back, it was crazy.
I know. John was trying to tell me about it. I wish I could have heard.
It was a stock market crash in reverse.
Yes.
It was in reverse. Because as soon as I said, Howard, it went live, and I was just going to figure, go back to my desk and do what I'm doing. And then Jason starts yelling out 100. Then he's like 300. Then he's like 500. And it was I couldn't even tell Howard fast enough how it was going.
And we had no idea how long it was going to take, but it took 3 minutes and 42 seconds, I guess.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we said goodbye to the great Ralph Howard. Great voice, great attitude, great guy, probably the only person here who everyone truly likes. And he's going to be missed. And thankfully, he came down to wrap-up show, and he said his goodbyes.
Now joining us is Ralph Howard, who Howard gave a nice goodbye to today. Ralph, I thought that was very sweet. And how did you feel being in there and sort of going over your time here with Howard?
It was kind of a thrill. As you may know, I have not gone into the studio just once before this.
What for? I don't remember. What were you in for?
Oh, God, went in to do some news headlines. This was very early on when we came here, and I learned a lesson.
What was that?
Not to try to make a joke.
Oh, did you make a joke and it didn't go over?
I said I wouldn't do anything like that, and as soon as I got in there, I tried to make a joke. It's a dangerous place to be.
Yes,
it is. But it was Howard gave me a wonderful send off.
You deserve it.
Well, thank you for that. But I mean, really spent a lot of time and said some wonderful things. It's really kind of great. And then Richard's, very special send off to me.
Yeah, were you offended by that at all?
Oh no! I thought, how great can that be? Richard with his ass in the air and JD pouring champagne in his butt, and then some caviar. I mean, really. Who else gets a send-off like that anyplace?
John, I don't know if people really understand. Like, they were interviewing me for the news, and I said, whenever somebody dies or whenever somebody's leaving, everyone says, oh, he was a great guy. But Ralph really is a great guy. Everybody here likes him, and there is something sort of fatherly about you. You seem to care about everybody. I know that one of my favorite things is to take a tour and bring them by the newsroom. Ralph always says hello. When you hear that voice, people smile. Oh, that's the guy.
It's a few things about Ralph. One, I agree with you. It's one thing about being liked, but I think Ralph is respected by everyone here. And secondly, it's you hear that voice and you just recognize, know it. And I think there's a built-in sort of sense of awe when you're talking to Ralph, and then you get to know him, and he's a great, great guy. And one of the few people, if not the only person, I would say, where I don't think anyone here has a bad word to say about Ralph Howard.
True.
And in this place, that's next to impossible. Wouldn't you say so?
I agree.
Now, Ralph, now's the time to tell us everything that happens in the newsroom, since there's no ramifications and you're on your way out.
I think you kind of know, because everything that happens in the newsroom ends up in a news report. But we have a lot of fun in there. I mean, really, a lot of laughs.
Now, what's your relationship with Lisa? Because Lisa
I have a good relationship.
She seems to be the lightning rod in there.
Yeah, she is a lightning rod in there, and I became a little bit part of that for a while. And honestly, my wife got on me about this, and I also I decided, well, there's enough going at her that I will try to be nice, and wanted to be nice. I mean, I wanted to not to make things miserable. She has enough people going after her.
We should also talk about one other thing. Ralph, I've always wanted to talk to you about this on the air. Can you please, for the audience, explain your insane obsession with Lana Del Rey?
Mainly to bother you.
No, he loves Lana Del Rey. He has a picture of her up on the wall.
Yeah.
And about once every 3 months, he's like, when are you booking Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, well, I was kind of teasing a little bit, but at the same time, I do like her. I find her fascinating because she's so bombed on her first big appearance in Saturday Night Live, and she does sing well when you hear some of the songs. So.
Mike in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing? I got a question for you. I can't believe I didn't notice it until today. The shower scene in Goodfellas, is that Ralph on the radio?
No. My voice has been in a couple of other movies, but not that one.
Which other movies? Which movies, Ralph?
One was Changing Lanes, just a time check, and I got paid for it. And then
the Ben Affleck classic.
Yeah,
Michael Douglas.
Yeah. Oh, no, he wasn't in. Was he in that?
No, Changing Lanes is Michael Douglas, isn't it? Or?
No, it's Ben Affleck and Samuel L. Jackson. And another Stern Show fact: Will Murray worked on that movie as well.
He did.
What did he do?
I don't know. He was like a gopher or something like that. But still.
So Will has a credit in the movie?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Yeah,
suddenly
he worked on it.
It all comes together.
Yeah, my voice opens up the movie The Paper.
The Glenn Close, Ron Howard classic?
Yep, that's it. And it surprised me because all of a sudden it kind of booms in. I thought it'd be a radio off in the background somewhere. And then I have a scene in a movie called Safe Passage with Susan Sarandon where I play a radio reporter, and I'm tracing her down a sidewalk as she's going into her house, screaming at her, Mrs. Fisher, trying to get her attention. And I get up to the front door, and she says, "Fuck you," and slams the door in my face. And by the way, that's the first time I think I've said the F word on the air ever. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
That might be on the radio, I think. Maybe it was.
We'll pull that drop. Carol in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi, I love you guys. Mr. Howard, it's been an honor to listen to you all these years. I was hoping you'd get around to doing a fine time before you leave the building today.
Well, nobody asked me, but why? Why should I do that?
Because I want to see what the hell you look like.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, I'm just 7 feet tall, handsome, husky. Everything you want a man to be. That's what I am. I think there will be a picture, probably, right, on the Stern Show thing at some point. So yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you.
Too, and I wish you nothing but good luck and good tidings.
And I wish the same for you.
Ralph, did you make a conscious effort not to appear on the show, like not get caught up in the mix?
Yeah, I did. I thought if at least one of us would be outside. I thought it'd be just better to be the anchor guy and not be caught up with some of that. And I wasn't so I was afraid, but also I didn't know if I could handle that well because I hadn't been off the air for a couple of years. But no, I made a conscious decision not to go in.
I agree with that. I think it makes him more effective as the news anchor if he's not involved in everything.
Right. Listen, he's gone out of his way not to get involved in the gossip and the politics of this place. And so that's probably why everyone loves him, because there's nothing for him to hate you about.
Whereas John Lieberman, on the other hand, gets fully involved in it with Lisa and Shuli and everybody else.
Well, I wanted to say two things about Ralph. Number one is his work ethic is just impeccable. I mean, I've been in news a long time, not as long as Ralph, but his work ethic, just coming in, writing all of his own copy, pulling all of his own sound bites, I mean, it's amazing. And also having the sense of humor to go along with it. One thing we'll miss in the newsroom also, though, about Ralph is, and he knows where I'm going with this, is occasionally Ralph would go to voice a newscast and we'd lose Ralph for an hour or so. And one of us would go hunting for Ralph, and every single time you would find Ralph surrounded by a number of women. And he just was a magnet for the women. There's not one woman, I would argue, in Sirius XM who hasn't had a conversation with Ralph, knows Ralph's name, because that's the kind of guy he is. I mean, he's walking around, how are you? How are you doing? What's your name? And so whenever we would, quote, lose Ralph, all we would have to do is walk a few feet, and inevitably we would find Ralph surrounded by a bevy of beautiful women. And so we'll also miss all those women coming by the newsroom to see Ralph, because Ralph got more visitors than the rest of us times 10. So you tell everybody wanted Ralph.
You tell me if I walked around Sirius with Ralph, it's like having a cute puppy?
It's even better than a cute puppy, because Ralph is a cute older puppy. And everybody just gravitates towards Ralph, and that's the kind of personality he has. And I'm going to miss him a ton, because the best was after hours, kind of the later part of the afternoon. Some of us were still hanging around. Then you just get to hear the Ralph stories from years ago in Chicago, or just life stories. I mean, that's what I'll miss the most.
Mm-hmm. But Ralph, even here, you could be the guy who could say, "I've seen him come and I've seen him go."
Oh yeah,
like you had Penny Crone you worked with, right?
Yes.
Who else? George Flowers.
Yeah. So. Never mind. You want to be gracious on the way out, so we'll just skip that.
But you've seen them all.
Yeah. And by the way, just back to one thing about being the anchorman, I try to be very careful not to let people know this was a parody or any kind of joke. I try to play it very, very straight. I caught myself one time, a lilt in my voice that kind of said, "Oh, this is a joke," and I caught myself, and I think I didn't do that ever again. You know, it's part of what my job was.
But that's why it works, because the whole news department takes it very seriously.
Yeah. Speaking of a man who women just love to be around, Ronnie Mund. Ronnie, this is your week. I mean, you've been all over the place. You did your thing with Lisa. You've been giving out the sex tips, and at the end of the show today, Howard asked you if you said you were willing to kiss high-pitched Mike for the right price, but he said, well, clearly that means part of you has to be bisexual, and you got really upset, it seemed, and you said you were joking about it, but I don't think you were joking.
What do you mean?
How upset you were?
Yeah, I was upset because I like I said, I was doing it for a reason, and that's it.
But put the reason to the side.
Forget the reason.
Then I wouldn't do it.
No, but put the reason aside for a second, in the sense that, most guys would say there's no reason big enough for me to kiss another guy.
Right.
Well, this reason is big enough for me. So it means that much to me. Okay.
I understand that.
I said that yesterday.
No. I understand that. Forget the reason for a sec, Ronnie.
I am forgetting the reason.
All right. When you talk about,
I said I wouldn't do it otherwise.
Okay, but when you talk about wanting to kiss a guy, like make out with a guy,
I said not that I want to,
for the reason,
but I will do it.
Right. But that means that you have that tendency. You're willing to do something like that.
How does that have that tendency?
Okay, ask it now. All right, Gary.
Okay, stop it.
Gary.
You're making something out of nothing.
Hold on.
All
Gary, $1 million, okay? Would you make out with high-pitched Mike for 60 seconds?
$1 million.
$1 million. Looks like we got somebody else with a tendency here.
I got $1 million. To me, it's pretty. I know you're trying to use me as an example, what was Bob's name? The comedian that passed away.
Schimmel.
Bob Schimmel used to say, "I'll spend $50 on mouthwash and have a lot of money left over."
Right. Okay. So maybe that is a bad example, but my point is that, coupled with some of the other tips you've talked about before and the things you've done, makes people think, well, maybe look.
What do you mean the things I've done? When have I ever done anything with a guy?
Did you talk about having things in your ass? Do you talk about having the edge of the vibrator? Do you talk about
that's sex? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Talk about jerking off with another guy, even though you were separate in a way, didn't touch each other.
Dude, we were in separate beds. What Playboy magazine? We're both under the covers. We had no place else to go.
Have you ever been in a situation where another guy got involved?
No.
Okay.
Girl, yeah, maybe, but not guy.
How many girls?
Well, yeah, there was a situation, but I didn't do anything with the guy.
What do you mean?
It was two girls and me and this guy.
Right.
We had 2 separate motel rooms.
We've heard this story. They ran back and forth between
exactly.
the rooms.
I wasn't fucking him.
Okay.
Or making
Not
out
directly.
with him. No. Well, not directly, no.
All right. What?
And no, I wouldn't eat the chick out. No, definitely not.
All right. What nice things do you have to say about Ralph Howard? It's his last day.
Ralph, they interviewed me. I think it was John did it this morning, and I have a lot of respect for Ralph. Ralph is the guy that you could walk by in the hallway. He'll always stop and say hi. He'll ask you how you are. He's the guy that you should be asking him how he is with all his health problems that he had, and he's always worried about everybody else to see how they're doing. And he's always giving you like his best and compliments, and he's a great guy. I love him to death, man. He's awesome. And we always talked and always had good words for each other. Never a bad word.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And I wish you a lot of happiness in your retirement. I really do.
I'm going to have a great time. I had a great time here. I have a great time anywhere.
It's a class act with a great attitude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But I love Ronnie's
and
persona.
his wife taught Lisa how to kiss me, I guess, too.
That's right.
What about me, I'm thinking,
Lisa kept talking about this phone call she had with your wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess your wife, who's an accomplished actress, sort of coached Lisa through it.
Yes, apparently so.
Well, thank her.
My wife's in Washington doing a play.
Well, thank her. She made the bit great.